check, check. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. About 15 minutes to go before kickoff. We're going to keep working on the mics here, make sure that we get good sound coming out to you guys. podcast to you. Check, 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 check. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Check, 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 check. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Just trying to get the audio fixed here. Check, check, check. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Tatum football. 8.5 minutes before we get started here. Check, 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 check. Patrick Alexander live from Tatum, New Mexico, getting ready for this battle of the Titans. Tatum getting ready to come out. Coming in with a record of 5-1. Melrose coming in with a 5-0 record. Tatum's going to look to knock Tatum off for the first time this year. Check. check, check. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Welcome, Alan.
Thank you, Matt. It's nice to see you, Patrick. And I'll tell you what, you have to wait a while to get in. You get here now, and I had a remote going on at St. Helens this evening over in Hobbs. Lovely evening for it. But usually, as you were here, you're here before the crowd gets here. There's a bit of a line when you have to come in the gate. I just decided I'd park outside and come on through. There are a lot of people here at this game, and there's no love lost between these two teams, Patrick.
Absolutely.
Melrose and Tatum, they start knocking heads. You got a sight to see, and there's a big crowd on hand here tonight. And pretty good support for Melrose, I see over on the other side.
Great support.
Perfect night for football, man.
It is cooling off a little bit as the sun goes down,
Yeah,
and man, it feels like a football Friday night, doesn't it?
it does. And, man, you can just kind of sense the excitement in the air because Tatum has steamrolled a bunch of people. Now that they lost to Fort Sumner, but they have worked a lot of people. And tonight they have a little bigger bite
Absolutely.
of football against Melrose, and so this will be a challenge for the Tatum Coyotes. But I think they're up to it, man.
I do too. I do
They
too. They looked really good against Mesilla Valley, really good, and really took care of business, and probably could have stopped that game a little earlier.
well, yeah, and they could have stopped a lot of games a little earlier. And when you get a big lead like they've had in so many games, you have to keep playing because you want to stay sharp for the next one, and eventually the playoffs are coming.
Absolutely. You got to get ready for it. No doubt. sideline, and he's tripped up right there.
Pretty good return up toward the 35, near the 35, probably about the 34 is where they're going to mark that. But, well, as they say, a little trickeration.
Little
I'm
trick to start.
I'm not a big fan of doing stuff on the kickoff myself. You try that starburst thing, a lot of times you'll get crushed if
That's
they
right.
have good pursuit. I like to just see a team get it and run it right back at you, but they did a handoff there trying to catch Tatum off guard.
Going to come out with two to the left, two to the right.
Big quarterback.
Big quarterback. Motion coming close side. He throws it out quick. Incomplete. Just out of his reach there.
Yeah, 21 was the intended receiver there. And I'll tell you what, Tatum was right there to put a lick on him. If he had caught that, he was going to get knocked out of his
Oh,
shoes.
absolutely. Carden needed the quarterback for Melrose. He's going to send Twins to the left, Wentz to the right. Brings left side in tight. Run to the far side, and he's stopped in the backfield there. Great pursuit there by the defense for Tatum.
It was. They didn't bite on that at all. That was going to be a direct run. That's the way they planned it. Direct snap, of course, to the quarterback, and then he's just going to take off. I thought he'd get more than that.
You know, it looked like it was open
It
out there,
did.
and Tatum pursuit from the inside. Kruger over there just ran him down.
A lot of these guys go both ways, too. You hear their names called on both sides of the ball. Tatum has a good supply of great athletes.
Absolutely. Put the man in motion, come to the close side. Takes the snap, rolls out to the right, looking for somebody. Coming back left. Tatum with they knocked the ball loose. Tatum
Pick that up.
Tatum jumps down on it. It's first down. Tatum inside the 10.
That is a huge play. Pursuit got there, hit him hard, forced the fumble. You're thinking, and as I was for half a second there, they're going to scoop that up and run it in.
You know, that's what you always want, isn't
But
it?
yeah, but you have to make sure you secure the football, and they got that done. That's a big turnover early in the game. Momentum Tatum right now.
Huge turnover, and in this battle of Titans, they need every bit of those they can get.
They do, and we're not even a minute into this game, Captain. We've already had maybe a game-changing play right there.
Well, it certainly is a momentum changer, isn't it? Garner's going to come back. He's got Mullins to his left, Twins to the left. He's got one tight on the right. Takes the snap, pumps it, throws it across the middle, just out of the reach of his intended receiver. I believe that was Duran there.
Yeah, Abraham Duran, number 4. He's a sure-handed receiver. They just couldn't quite connect right there. A little bit out of his reach. He did get his hands on it. I'll tell you what, if that had a little less air under it, that's 6.
Absolutely. Tatum's going to come out quick. They're going to put a man out wide to the right, Kruger tight to the right, Mullins in the backfield with Garner, and a man out left. Takes a snap, hands it off to Mullins up the middle. He bounces to the outside, going far side. Touchdown, Tatum! Tatum's going to take an early lead in this one.
Untouched.
Untouched. What a cut.
Good blocking allowed him to have a huge lane to get into the end zone, and just like that, they strike. 2 plays after they get the turnover, they get it to the end zone. It's pay dirt, 6-0.
6-0 Tatum, and Tatum's going to come out lined up for 2.
If they have had any difficulties this year, it's been getting the two-point conversions, man. So they did not convert on the extra point.
No, just missed that one, Alan.
Yeah, threw for it, didn't get it, but they
Lead at 6-0, and you're going to take that when you consider the fact that you're on defense first. Melrose, you're expecting to at least.
early going here, and Tatum got the early turnover. Even with the missed extra point, you're going to take that. You're up 6-0. We're just 3 seconds over 1 minute into this ball game. 10:57 left here in the first quarter. And man, when you come out and punch somebody like that early, it's going to get in Melrose head. And it could be bothering them for the rest of the game. I mean, that's a big turnover early. You've got the ball. You're thinking we're going to go down, at least kick a field goal or something, take the lead.
for the Tatum Coyotes.
That is just absolutely wild. You have to credit the call right there to do that. When you're sitting there looking at already a turnover, you came in, you cashed it in. They were not expecting it. I think they expected a regular kick deep, and that was not an onside kick, but rather just a little went to the guy's folks out there for Melrose. You don't want those guys returning kicks, and he had trouble handling that thing, and Tatum fell on it.
No, they're going to give it to
They gave it to
Melrose.
Melrose. They sure did.
Looked to
So
me like Tatum had that
it
one.
did. Officials saw it different at the bottom of the pile.
Passed it, run to the far side and gets about 7 yards there. Quarterback keeper.
So Melrose they've got to establish something here.
You know, I think they're going to be happy with putting the ball on the ground and running it.
Yeah, and you know you have to come back now and have a solid drive, whether you score or not. You got to keep Tatum's offense off the field here, way early in the game when you're trailing already due to the turnover and almost another turnover on the kick. But at the bottom of the pile, the Buffaloes had it. You're looking at 2nd down and 4, Tommy.
2nd and 4, and they come out in an I formation. And he's going to toss it back. Who was the quarterback on the last drive is actually in the tailback position. He comes to the close side, and he gets just enough for the first down, about 4 yards there.
Just enough. And yeah, that's the thing. 8-man, you always have to keep an eye, and then sometimes they'll guess if needed. They'll move the quarterback into another position on you and snap it to a different guy. But the Buffaloes now trying to get something going here offensively after giving up that early turnover, and they are near midfield, just shy of the 50 with a fresh set of downs.
Sure are. They're going to come out, I bet, in a very similar look to what they've had. Everything's going to be tight. They are going to shift to the right side. And he runs it to the far side. He's got room out there, but great defense out there by Duran, who gets him out of bounds.
Yeah, even a short game, 1 maybe 2 on that play. And on the carrying for Melrose was Josiah Roybal. They list him as a quarterback, a wide receiver, and a defensive back. He's just impressive. 5'7". He wears number 4 for Melrose, and they are purple and silver. They got white jerseys tonight, the purple hats, the silver hats, I should say, and the purple pants. Tatum menacing in their home black with a little red here and there.
Right. I like that look on Tatum.
Yeah,
I really do.
I do too.
They're going to come out in an I formation again. And he hands it to the fullback right up the middle, and he's getting held on to. Great job there by the Tatum defense. That was number 17, Castanon. Great job holding on to him there.
Hard running by Melrose on that play, too, to get an extra yard or two by Logan Daniel, senior, 6'3", 220. Yeah, that's fullback size right there.
It sure is.
Also plays a little tight end.
Yeah, we got a 3rd down and 5.
Ball is at the 46 of Tatum.
They're going to come out in an I formation again, looking for him to go up the middle again. No, he throws a toss to the close side. And Tatum there to take him down behind the line of scrimmage. What a great play defensively for Tatum.
All over it, number 9 for the Coyotes.
Mendoza, David Mendoza all over that one.
He's made some big plays for Tatum this year, and that was a big one right there.
Huge.
And, you know, man, when you get held up like that, Mendoza held him up, and then another player from Tatum came in and lowered the hat, put the wood on him there.
You know, all you got to do is hold him up long enough to get help.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he did there.
Loss on the play.
Loss of 6.
That's 4th and 11.
4th 11. No, he keeps it, takes it to the far side. Nobody out there for Tatum. He's going to get enough for the first down.
Wow, that fake punt. He just took off with it.
He did. There was nobody out there for Tatum. Everybody was retreating, waiting for the punt.
They figured, okay, we're already up, and they're just gonna traditionally punt this thing. They did not. That was number 1, Michael Hardovista for Melrose. That will do a little bit to ease the pain of turning it over on your first drive.
That's right. You know, that young man started out as quarterback, became the running back, and on that one, he was the punter that kept it.
Yeah, there you go. I think he sells popcorn at halftime.
I hope so. I need some.
Yeah.
And they're going to come out and spread them out this time. Cardenita back at quarterback now. They got 2 to the right, 1 to the left. One in the backfield with him. Puts the man in motion, coming to the that's a dangerous pitch. I don't know that I would have pitched
Yeah.
that one.
I don't know that he wasn't down before he pitched it.
You know, I think it's the same either way. I think that you're at the same yard line.
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't make much forward progress at all.
But what a dangerous pitch there.
It was, because he was already in the grass. I'm telling you, the pursuit from the Coyotes was there before they could take a breath. And number one, Tardonita, he's a little gimpy after that. He may have
Yeah.
twisted a knee there.
They're going to go trips right and tight end to the left. Cardinita takes it. They throw it short underneath to the look like they're tight or their fullback there, and Tatum's there quick to stop it.
Yeah, he may have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage before he was driven back, but they're not going to get much on that play. Yeah,
What
back to about what was the original line of scrimmage.
come out in a 3rd and 8 here.
They're going to give him 2, I guess, past what was the original line. So still, Tatum looking good here. They got him in 3rd and long. That's where you want him.
Absolutely, he's going to come out with one man in the backfield with him. Twins to the right, one to the left. Cardinita takes the snap, fakes it underneath. Drops back, looking for somewhere, throws a swing pass out to the far side, and that ball's incomplete. So Tatum does its job again and creates another 4th down.
Yeah, man, I think he heard footsteps because he really should have hauled that one in. It looked like it was going to be an easy pitch and catch there, but he heard them coming. And generally, Tatum has 2 or 3 guys converging on you, and they were about to do that right there.
You know, they do a great job of pursuing to the ball no matter what. So he brings us a 4th down, and we'll call it a long 7.
Still a lot of time here in this first quarter, 7:03.
And now Cardinita's set up as the fullback. They gave it to the running back, and he cuts back and gets a 1st down. Still moving. Gets into about the 18-yard line
that
there.
That was a great misdirection play right there. They had me. It was hard to tell who they were going to give it to. Great misdirection there by the Buffaloes, and they eventually give it off to the running back. And he took a few people with him to give them a 1st down. Now pretty deep in Tatum territory, just outside the red zone at the 24.
Way deep, and we're going to have a timeout taken, and we'll go ahead and thank our sponsors here, Alan.
And they are now Pharmacy, DJ's Pumping, LLC. They care about the Tatum community, and they're big supporters of that Tatum Athletics and Academics. Norley Hospital, Tatum Twins, Legendary Services, and the Tatum Schools, all fine local businesses who care about the community and these kids, and they back us on doing these games. And in fact, we couldn't do it without our great sponsors, so we want to give a big thanks to them. Do business with them, see them someplace out at the grocery store, or, at church. Tell them, hey, thanks for helping us put these games on the internet. Pictures and sound, one of these days that internet deal is really going to catch on.
You know, I think maybe someday. I don't know how long it's going to take, though. No, huge thank you to you guys. Without you guys, we couldn't be able to be in Tatum bringing you this.
I tell you, I do love coming to Tatum, home football games, and they've been in short supply this year. It's nice to be here doing a home game.
Absolutely. Melrose going to come out with 2 tight, and then 2 in the backfield. They're going to hand it close side. Cardinita comes up the middle and then cuts back to the far side. And he's not quite going to get in, about 3 yards short there. I thought he had broke that far side open.
He had a good chance at getting there. He might have had a chance to dive for the pylon, but what is starting, now that Melrose is getting their sea legs, what is starting to occur to me is they have a really good misdirection game plan here, where you don't know who's going to get the ball, and they do that switching between the quarterback, the running back, the fullback. They do that to keep you guessing.
Well, absolutely, and it has worked so far. Royball's taking the snap now, and they're going to line up in a old-fashioned eye, hand it to the running back, and he gets popped right in the hole.
Tatum expecting run on that play, and they were right. He was crushed. That carry was number 24 for Melrose, and that is Jackson Odom. And, man, Coyotes did a good job staying home. And those guys up front for Tatum, that front 3, they were to put the hit on him. From the 4.
And he's running an option to the far side, and he doesn't get anywhere either. He cuts it up, and I think he had more room going around the outside if he'd have taken it.
So the defense is tightening it up here,
think they've lost
And they
one on
lost
each.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're back now to 7. So you got a 3rd and goal from the 7 here now with 5 minutes to play in the first quarter.
They're going to come out with, and he's going to pass it. Look for somebody. He runs it up the middle, then throws it out to the outside, and not able to bring it down is Cardenita.
I'm wondering, was he past the line of scrimmage?
You know, it was really close. Really close. I don't have the stripes on today, so I can't call it. But
I wonder if they were thinking about that because it looked like he took a couple of good big running steps before he let that go. Incomplete anyway.
So they're going to come out with twins to the left, twins to the right. Cardenita's going to take the snap. Nope, they're going to switch sides there. So we're still twins to the left, twins to the right.
No field goal kicking. Looks like they're going for it. Tatum gets a stop here. They get the football.
Put a man in motion coming close side. Cardenita takes it to the far side and looks like he's just planning on keeping it. And he's going nowhere. I believe that was that Kruger over there? Sure was. Kruger over there on the stop.
Yeah, that's mano a mano right there. All by himself out in the open field. He grabbed the jersey and was able to drag the rest of them down. That was a great play.
Good turnover on downs for Tatum there. Prevents, after allowing a ugly 4th down conversion, is able to stop them right at the goal line.
Yeah, and they had a pretty good drive going, but as they often say, whether it's pros, college, or the Pop Warner, or high school, those last 5-10 yards can be hard to get.
They sure are. The field gets short. Tatum's going to come out, and he throws it out, quick out to Kruger, and just not able to bring that one in.
Field position, of course, is in favor of Melrose here. I think that's one reason. And you don't see a lot of field goal kicking in 8-man anyway, but they felt safe in going for that because Tatum got it, and they did. They're deep in their own territory. Now facing a 2nd and 10. Ball is at the 9-yard line.
So we got a 2nd and 10 from the 9, and Tatum's going to come out with, looks like twins to the left and tight end to the right. Garner drops back. He throws it out hard to the left, but incomplete. Incomplete. They tried to run that quick out again to the other side there.
Yeah, looking to get it up the sideline, maybe get enough for a 1st down, but the pursuit was right there. And I'm going to check the number. I want to say it was number 7.
Lots of pressure back there on Garner.
No, it was number 1. A lot of these guys go 2 ways. That was Cardenita on the stop. He was in the pants of the receiver.
They run a little swing out this way and then cut back by Mullins. Mullins cuts it back upfield, and he's got the sideline. And a man to beat, and he cuts it back across field. Another cut.
Hit from behind, but I'll tell you what, that was a whale of a run.
That's a 50-yard gainer right there.
Man, I'll tell you, that's one thing about Tatum. You're thinking, okay, we got him. They're going to have to punt. They can get a big play on you at any time, and we saw it right there.
Gave Mullins that ball, and when Mullins gets the ball, good things happen.
Yeah, it was Rycord Loomis, number 30, who came in and got him from behind. He might have gone further.
So you hand off up the middle, and he takes it to the far side, and he's got some room out to the sideline, and another 1st down for Tatum. That's going to be number 22, Luke Field, on the run.
That was a good run.
Great run.
Man, you can just feel it, the momentum swinging back. They're amped right now, the Tatum offense, after that big play. Now you get another big run, and Melrose right now on their heels. They've had a turnover. They got down inside the red zone, couldn't score. Now 2 big plays by Tatum, but are they going to bring this back?
Looks like they're bringing it back.
Because they had them reeling here. That actually is a big break for Melrose. Might have been a hold or an illegal block on the Coyotes, because that was a great run. They're going to get them for something, and they're marking it up. Back inside where the official puts that football.
Not what you want there, that's for sure.
No, now they're going to need 15 to get a 1st. But it is 1st down.
1st and 15, snap comes back. He throws it to the close side, and boy, Kruger's having a hard time holding on to the ball right here.
That's a classic. He just took his eyes off it right as it was hitting his hands to kind of look upfield and see where he wanted to go, and he knows it. He just punched the ground there. He knows that. I mean, that's classic. Every now and then, even great receivers will do that. But it's generally always right before it hits the hands. You want to take a quick look upfield, and then you take your eye off the ball.
You know, what I've determined is you're going to get hit either way.
Yeah.
Hand off inside, and it's going to go nowhere. That's going to bring us up a 3rd down and 15, and we do know Tatum's got the plays to get this,
They
though.
do. And now Melrose feeling a little bit of a momentum swing. The front 4 or 5 guys there are clapping after that play. They're fired up because they were on their heels, Patrick. Without that penalty, Tatum might be at the goal line right now.
Snap back to Garner. Garner, oh, they run a screen. What a great play. And he's taking it up the sideline. Who is that? Man, what a great play. The ball comes out, but he goes out of bounds. He gets down inside the 10. Again, just like we talked about, they do have a play for that one.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, they were not ready for the screen pass. That's an excellent play call by the Tatum coaching staff.
Great call. Great call. Mendoza is the one that took that one down.
Yeah, he makes big plays.
He does.
Mendoza gets his name called a lot.
So
None
great
bigger than that one.
Great job there by Tatum to get it inside the 10. We got a 1st and goal from about the 9. Garner puts a man in motion, gives it to him coming across. It's an end around, and that's going to be another touchdown. Tatum.
Is that Duran on the end around?
That sure was. Well,
yeah,
it sure was. Duran with just tons of speed there. That's going to make it 12-0 now. I don't want to say this, Alan, but when I was watching this team play Fort Sumner, they had a 12-0 lead on Fort Sumner.
Now it's 52-50 final.
That's right, and so I don't want to say it, but
it's hanging there.
That's right. That's right. And Mullins is going to take the snap here. He takes it. He fakes it. He's going to keep it himself, and he runs over somebody, but not in. So that's going to make it 12-0, Alan.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, man, that like I said off the top here tonight, and I'm not rubbing Tatum the wrong way in any fashion. They don't have too many difficulties, but one thing they have had an issue with is getting those 2-point conversions, and they missed a couple tonight. But that being said, they lead at 12-0 with 3:24 left here in the first.
You know, they don't have a problem getting 50, but that too hurts.
Right. And I don't know why they don't kick, but in 8-man, everybody goes for 2. I've never seen anybody kick an extra point.
I haven't either.
And kicking is not huge in high school ball anyway, but it can be. If you have a guy who can kick a 30, 35, 40-yard field goal, it'll win you some games in 11-man football. But I just wonder why, and I've called a lot of 8- and 6-man games over the years. You just don't see it. You don't see a kick on the extra point.
You sure don't.
And so there's got to be a reason behind that. I'm going to ask the coaches one time.
I wonder if they're not allowed to.
Yeah, they may not be. You may have to go for 2.
I'm not sure.
Because otherwise you'd think at least once or twice over the years you'd see somebody kick. But it just rarely happens.
So last time we had a little trickery, a little pooch kickoff right behind this front line, and what we thought Tatum got it, but they ended up getting the ball and taking it down and scoring.
But it was very nearly the second turnover for
sure
Tatum here in the first quarter. And Melrose has dodged some bullets.
They sure have.
They're lucky it's just 12-0 right now when you look at that onside or the pooch kick that might have led to another turnover and another score.
So Garner's going to set the ball up. He's going to kick it away. Approaches, kicks it, another pooch. It's going to go to that second line, though, and it's Muff there, but he picks it up and takes it to the far sideline. Tatum there to cover him after he gets about 10 yards.
Brandon Garcia on the return, number 21 for the Buffaloes. He ran hard, got a couple yards after contact, and that's going to set them up now on offense. And we're getting short on time here in the first quarter, 3:16 left. And if you're the Buffaloes, you're already down by 2 scores. It's not desperation time, but they're getting to the point here now where they're thinking we need to get some points on the board before we give the ball back to the Coyotes. They have shown big play capability.
Melrose comes out, and they've got tight formation. Take the snap and hands it off to the close side. Good tackle in the backfield there by Tatum. That's going to be number 33, Tyler Graham. Great tackle there.
Absolutely.
So after a loss of, call it 4?
Tyler Graham, another good athlete, good basketball player. And, there's not an easy guy out there. If you're playing against Tatum, you can't, focus on one guy as the weak link. Oh, we're going to go after this guy. They're all good. They're all quick. They're all good athletes, and they're all pretty smart players. Yeah, and you see it in the proof is you're not calling out one or two guys' names all the time. You're calling out different names on these plays, and they're great plays.
Well, you know, we've had Cardenita really running the show for Melrose, and Tatum, you've got Duran, you got Mendoza, you've got Mullins. They just are really spreading it around. Absolutely.
Yeah, and you can also, you know, when you're not thinking about it, Tyler Graham will catch a pass and score on you.
He sure will. He'll take it himself and run it for 90 yards in a hurry.
Yeah. They have a nice arsenal in Tatum. And a lot of coaches would love to have that kind of ammunition.
In any level.
Yeah.
So Tatum's going to come out and they're running a three-man front, which is the first time I've seen it this year, Alan.
Yeah, me too.
Drops back, he throws it to the far side. A little screen pass and catches Tatum off guard. But Cardenita will only get about 10. He needed about 14, so that's going to make it a third down. But a well-designed play there.
Yeah. I have been impressed with the variety of offensive sets and plays they've had on Melrose, but Tatum's defense has hung in there, kept them scoreless so far, and we're under 3 to play here in the first.
Just the misdirection that Melrose runs, it's confusing at any level.
It is.
8-man, it's even more so. So they're going to come out with tight and 2 in the backfield, 1 on each side of the quarterback, whoever's going to take the snap this time. And they're going to hand it to the far side. That's going to be 24. He takes it to the sideline, and he's not going to get a first down.
No,
good pursuit.
A couple yards short. Good pursuit. They're able to bring him down. That's Jackson Odom on the carry.
Odom on the carry again. He's had a few carries here.
He has. But you got it's 3rd and medium, manageable. 3rd and 6, they're saying.
And there's a flag on the play, so we're going to see personal foul. Face mask on Tatum, so they're going to give him a free first down there.
Yep. Maybe a little too much intensity there. I don't think it was flagrant or anything.
No, and you know, you have the sideline. I think just pushing him out of bounds there might have worked just as well.
Yeah. And then sometimes too, you know, you don't know how you're going to go down or who's going to run into. Sometimes you can get a finger or a hand caught on a face mask when you really didn't mean to.
Melrose puts everybody on the right with one person behind the quarterback. Takes a snap, and Tatum's back there before he can even think about doing anything with the ball.
Man.
Wow.
That's a great play. Who is that, 11?
That's Mullins.
That's Mullins. Not only is he a great carrier of the football, he threw him out like last night's garbage.
He sure
slung
did.
him to the ground, man. He was in the backfield, disrupted that play big time.
So we got a 2nd and 17, and this is what you want them. You want them behind the chains.
Yeah, you do.
And when they're going to do that, it looks like Tatum's going to bring everybody. Snap comes to the close side. Looks for an option play. Nothing there. He cuts it back. Good block back there by one of the linemen, but he's able to get to it.
He made chicken salad right there.
He sure did.
They didn't have anything. He almost had to completely reverse his field there, Patrick, and it was a smart move by Melrose to take what you can get, and they got a couple, 3, maybe 4 yards, but still not even close to getting back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll give them 4, maybe 5 on the carry, 3rd and 14.
So we got a 3rd and 14, and they're going to come out in an I formation. Look for a misdirection here. Quarterback takes a snap. He fakes it, and he's got somebody running over the top. And almost interception by Garner. No, and they're going to throw a flag. And they're going to call pass interference, but he has equal right to that ball, Alan.
I didn't see anything out of the ordinary there. He was just going for the football.
He wasn't even looking at the receiver. He was just looking at the ball come in.
Yeah. And you're right. Each player has the equal right to go for the football, and the Tatum fans are echoing that sentiment below us right here.
But with the way it's called, it's going to be an automatic first down. And again, the Tatum fans don't like it much, and I can't blame them a bit.
Yeah. And so that's not a spot foul. They actually marked it off.
It's 15 from the original line.
15 from the line of scrimmage.
Mm-hmm.
At the 27, fresh set of downs.
Wing formation, and he's going to hand it coming to the close side.
Good play in the backfield again by Tatum. That's going to be Mendoza.
That's Mendoza.
Mendoza's all over the place up there.
I'll tell you what, Tatum shows good discipline on those plays. He didn't bite on the misdirection going the other way. He stayed home and made the play.
They are staying home, that's for sure. And really, if he doesn't stay home, that thing might go to the house.
It could. If he bid on that, the guy's going right up the sideline.
Absolutely. So good defense there, and that may be why Tatum's running a three-man front.
Yep, under a minute to play in the first.
Handoff, no, fakes it, and then he throws it just up on the far side, and looks like Cordenita comes down with it, and he does.
That was a great effort to come back for that
Sure
ball. It
was.
was well short of where he wanted it to be.
Went right over the top of two Tatum defenders that I might have could have gotten that one if they'd have looked back.
That was a really nice effort to bend his body and lean back into that thing because it was underthrown, but able to reach out and make the play. They're going to put some time back up, showing 19. Refs want 29 on the clock.
So that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 4 here. Short 4, long 3, but however you want to call it. They're going to come out with tight and a I formation behind him. And he hands it on a delayed handoff up the middle, and Tatum crushes him right there.
Ran right into the jaws of the defense right there. The delay, of course, was the important part of that play, but again, Tatum stayed home. 3 guys waiting for him.
That's going to make it a 4th down and 1, and looks like somebody's slow getting off for Melrose, or trying to get off. I'm not sure he's going to get off.
Yeah, I'm not sure they're going to get another playoff. 7 seconds left. No,
Doesn't look like they want to. So into the first quarter, Allen, and Tatum has taken care of business so far, 12-0.
It's been a good one, I'll tell you what. 12-0, and easily if you're making the 2-point conversions, could be 14-0 here.
Or 16.
Yeah.
Or 16,
Oh, yeah, 16 2-point conversions, 8 at a whack. Yeah. Sometimes I forget that, man. You think of touchdowns, you think 7, but
not in this game.
Not in 8, man. You think 8. So, man, I'll tell you, we kind of got off to a little bit of a slow start, but man, the second half of that quarter flew by. Tatum started making big plays. It looked like Melrose was going to have an answer when in that long drive when they got down in scoring territory, but the defense stiffened there, and you got to give it to Tatum, not only on the scoreboard, but they made more big plays, had bigger defensive stops, and even though they have a great misdirection game plan, Tatum wasn't fooled too many times by that.
No, they kept it in front of them, and the defensive ends really played very disciplined, staying on the outside. They're going to have to keep that up, though, because we do know these teams score in a hurry.
That's true, and Tatum, I think, has learned and made nice adjustments after the first few plays when they saw those misdirection plays happening. They're figuring it out more and more as we go along.
Handoff up the middle, and he's got room. That's Cardenita. He's going to take it inside the right to the 10. That's going to be a first down on 4th and 1.
So another test for that defense here to see if they can stiffen again. And I don't think that they believe Melrose is not going to get points in this game, but it'd be nice if you could shut them down
This
again.
one would be huge. This one would be huge. Snap taken. He hands it, same play again, and just weaving his way for about 5 yards is Cardenita, and it looks like Melrose is just going to be content running that ball right up the middle and challenging Tatum to stop it.
And I'm not so sure, really, with the speed and athleticism Tatum has, that they want to put the ball in the air here.
No.
They might get it picked off.
That's right. And some of those passes have really just been thrown up.
Yeah.
So an I formation tied on both sides. Snap taken, handed off, and it's to the other side. And it looked like the quarterback wanted him coming this close side, but fighting for it. And the ball comes out. And they're going to say it was blown dead.
Yanked it out like a loaf of bread. There was a scrum, a standing scrum right at the goal line.
Absolutely. So they're gonna say he was down. Forward momentum was stopped at about the 1 yard line. So
that's why you don't get the football.
That's right.
Forward progress was stopped. How did they keep him out right there?
That's a good defensive hold right there, because He had a little room and wiggled.
He's a big kid.
And just couldn't quite get in. They're going to come back out in the I formation. And he's going to fake a pitch. He's going to keep it himself, and he's not going to get in. Mullins is there to meet him.
Man.
He's going to lose about half a yard there. That's going to bring up a 4th down. I believe I'd have just given it back to Cardenita up the middle.
Yeah. I'll tell you, man, if they shut them down here again, they're going to be in the Buffalo's head because they've done it once.
That's exactly right. So you got 4th and 2 here. And this is an important down for both teams.
It is. Big play right here. It'll be a momentum swing for either team, whether Tatum stops them or Melrose scores.
And we've got an I formation again. Under center, he hands it to the fullback right up the middle, and nobody touches him before he gets in. So touchdown Melrose.
Able finally to get to pay the Buffaloes, and so we got ourselves a ball game now, 12-6. And you don't worry a lot about the extra points till the other team scores a touchdown, and now they can make it a 4-point game if they can convert here.
You know, they become important the further you get in the game.
They do.
Especially if they're getting them and you're not. They can erase one full touchdown that way.
That's right. Yeah, 3 times. That's 6
3 times,
points.
that's right. So we'll see what they draw up. Tatum going to come out, and looks like they're going to keep their 3-man front here. They're going to come out in that same I formation. They've got number 42 as the fullback, Devaney. And he tosses it, and then it's a pass, and it's popped up. Great hands there.
Yeah.
Great hands there by Mullins, and he knocks it away, but he is shaking his hand coming back to the sideline.
Good play.
Well, great play, and really keeps it a full one-score game here.
Yeah, and I think everybody except Mullins, who tipped that pass, would figure they're just going to run it. I thought they might try and fool him, do a direct quarterback sneak with that big fullback. Everybody's thinking he's going to get it. You just sneak the quarterback. No, they roll out and try to throw for it.
Well, you know, he pitched it out back to Cardenita, and then Cardenita is the one that threw it.
Yeah. That's a lot going on for
That's
a 2-point conversion, man.
Sure is.
You don't have that much time, I don't think, before the defense is going to get there, but they got the pass away only to have it knocked up in the air by Tatum.
So Melrose going to kick off for the first time today.
It's been a good first quarter, and now we're into the early part of the second here. Nice night for football.
Number 2, Braden Eldridge, going to kick off for Melrose. And Tatum going to run their little diamond on the back end like they traditionally do, and that way nothing like that little pooch happens to them. Back deep is Mullins to return. You got Duran and Kruger in front of him, and then Tyler Graham in front of them.
Buffalo's feeling good after getting their first points of the game, and Tatum would like nothing more now here than chew up a lot of time and drive down the field and get another score before half.
Absolutely, and
keep their offense off the field.
Cardenita's even going to set the ball for the kicker.
He sells popcorn at halftime.
Goodness gracious. He wasn't off the field over there, so that's going to be a penalty.
It sure is. I heard the whistle just as you said that.
Yep, they're going to back him up.
But that is a careless play error for Melrose right there.
It sure is, and really for no reason.
Yeah. And I don't know if it's on the guy who didn't get off, or is it on the guy who went ahead and started the play. It's got to be on the guy who didn't get off because the referee starts the clock.
That's right. That's right.
So it's on the guy who didn't get off to the sideline there.
So illegal procedure. They're going to back him up 5 and really going to help Tatum's field position.
It does.
So Elridge is going to try to set his own ball this time.
And yeah, he didn't have good luck with the other.
You know, he's struggling with it right now. That ball keeps leaning on him, and
we don't have that much wind out here tonight. Why is that happening?
You know, I think he's trying to lean it so far that he's having a hard time getting it down.
Yeah, I mean, what is the issue? It's a standard tee, I would think.
You know, I'm not sure I've ever seen this, but he's going to hold it. And he almost held it on the wrong side there.
Yeah.
Got himself kicked.
Get a swift kick in there.
Yeah. So kickoff straight to Kruger. Kruger's going to bring it close side. And picks up a few, but good field position for Tatum to start from about the 43-yard line.
So I'm thinking all of that to do on the position of the ball there on the kick was so they could do a sidewinder like that, a line drive. He had to have something in mind. Otherwise, you just put it on the tee and boot it deep. So that was all in the plan. Put a line drive in there. Don't kick it deep to their best return guys. But still, Kruger's no slouch. You know, he did a good job fielding that one.
Twins to the left. Garner gets the ball. He's looking deep. He's got a man out there. He throws it over the top, and he's got Duran. And Duran takes it in for the touchdown. What a play.
Toasted on, man. That's another great play call. They're thinking, okay, you know, it's first down. They're not going to throw it. He was wide open.
Well, that double move inside and then out. That poor kid didn't know where it was going.
Yeah, and they just decided to go for the whole burrito on first down, which doesn't happen on every play. And then I'm impressed with the play calling of Tatum tonight. Right plays
Very
at the right
aggressive.
time.
Very aggressive, and you got to like it.
You do.
You know, in that Fort Sumner game, it felt like they got a little reserved calling plays once they took those leads, but not tonight.
Yeah. Makes it 18-6 pending the two-point conversion here.
So Gardner's going to put Mullins behind him. He's got one to the left wide. Fakes it and then throws it to the far side. Knocked away. Good defense out there by Cardenita.
Yeah, good effort there on defense to slap that one away. So it remains 18-6, 9:22 left here. But the Coyotes, again, up by 2 touchdowns now.
They sure are. We want to thank our sponsors, EJ's Pumping, Now Pharmacy, Norley, the Tatum Clinic, Legendary Services, and the Tatum Schools. Without those great folks, Alan, we wouldn't get to do this.
That's true. And, you know, man, it's enjoyable because we've done games on the radio for many, many years. And now with the progress of technology, you can put pictures and sound on the internet. And Tatum, when we look at numbers sometimes, Tatum Coyotes are always at the top of the list, people viewing these games.
It is. That's
and
right.
we appreciate that. And I have not done a game yet, and I'm sure you've experienced the same thing, where somebody, whether it's a fan, a player, a cheerleader, a student, they will come by and thank us for being here, and that doesn't happen every play.
It sure doesn't, and it is appreciated, guys.
It is.
We want to bring these for you. It is, and really, Alan, I'll tell you, yours and my first game together, huh?
Yeah, we finally got one in the same place at the same time where we could both be here.
Tatum football brought to you by you or me, huh?
Yeah. But, you know, it's been great because they've gotten used to you now. I've been calling Tatum for a while, and as long as one of us is there and we get the game on, that's the important part. But it is nice to actually do one with you for a change.
Absolutely. So Gardner's going to set it down, and let's see what he does here. He does a little pooch over the second layer. Stay in bounce there. Oh, and it just squibs out of bounds, unfortunately.
It did. Right about time. Footballs do weird things. And right as he was reaching down to pick it up, it made a hard 45-degree turn out of bounds.
Sure did, straight out of bounds, didn't it?
It was a hard left, almost like a woman driver.
Or coming into here a little bit ago.
Yeah. But they always get good support here tonight, and I was wondering, what is it, homecoming or something?
It is their homecoming.
They had to scrap that because of the COVID thing in Cloudcroft. And so a big crowd for homecoming tonight.
Absolutely. Lots of people here. And Melrose traveled well.
They did.
So they're going to come out, one offset to the left and one deep behind him. He's going to hand it off to the far side. He bounces it all the way out, and he's going nowhere. Tatum defense in great pursuit.
Absolutely. I think that's in their middle name, the Tatum Great Pursuit defense.
You know, it seems like it.
Yeah.
They've been all over the place. So a loss of 5. So that's going to make it a second down and 15.
And Tatum did a good job getting up a couple scores and managing to maintain that, because if you're in a back-and-forth battle, swapping the lead with Melrose, the game can get pretty long on you.
Hand off to the close side. He's trying to get around, and he's not able to, and body slam right there by Who was that? That's Sam Harris.
Man.
That's a strong young man right there.
Again, and no disrespect to Melrose, he got taken out like last night's trash. I'm telling you, man.
Sure did.
That's a couple of times tonight, unceremoniously dispatched to the ground.
You know, one thing that I have noticed is some of these Melrose players are getting gimpy. They just are. And Tatum will hit you.
Yeah, ask Mesilla Valley about that.
That's right. That's right. Drops all the way back. Throws it to the far side. A little screen set up. Nobody over there for Tatum. And Garner, not sure what he did. He ducked underneath.
That's
and
a
he
big
breaks
play.
it.
He's gone.
And Cardenith is going to take it to the house.
Mercy.
So, you know, just when you start pursuing real well, Cardenith cuts it back across the grain and takes it to the house.
Maybe a little over pursuit.
That, you know.
One play that's worked well for him more than once is that screen pass, and it certainly worked right there, man. They had it on the 29.
Well, that's only a 71-yard gain there.
Only. Huge
18
play
to 12.
for the Buffaloes, 18-12.
And really, Tatum needs a stop here, right here. This is an important two-point conversion again.
Yeah, they do, because they did convert the last one, didn't they? No, they didn't.
They did not.
They missed it.
Nope. So he's going to come out with one on each side of him. They split out wide. He takes the snap. He's looking for somewhere to go with it. He throws it to the back of the end zone. He's got somebody back there, and it's good. So two-point conversion for Melrose is good.
Keep his feet. I thought he might get knocked out of the back of the end zone before he came down, but he got the feet down.
Sure did. Really a great job catching that ball, and I think that was number 11 for them.
It was. And that's Dathan Yeary. 6-footer back there and long arms, was able to get up there and get it. And that pass was not the greatest form. It looked like desperation, kind of like he shot-putted the thing. I thought it was going to go incomplete, but it did not.
You know, he got it up in the air, and it just fell straight back down into his hands.
He lobbed it.
He sure did.
But it doesn't have to be pretty to count. If you catch it, you come down with it.
If you get the ball into the end zone, it doesn't matter anything else, does it?
Yeah, and man, like as you mentioned, you know, these can loom large when the other team, Tatum, is not making theirs. That extra 2 makes it 18-14 here now.
Well, and we're going to see what they have somebody else set the ball down, or what's going to happen here.
Yeah, what kind of drama on the tee this time?
It's strange. I'm not sure I've ever seen anything quite like what happened last time.
No, and I got to think that angle he wanted was directly related to what they wanted to do with the football, or maybe he just likes kicking it that way.
Well, he gets that one put down.
But this one's more traditional.
It sure is. Nice little lean back. And Elridge has got his guys ready, comes to kick it, and kicks it short. It bounces. Picked up by Tatum. That's Mullins. He takes it up the middle. Cuts to the outside. Oh, and great tackle there by number 11. And that's going to be a 15-yarder right back here. And
we got fisticuffs.
We sure do. And these guys are. And they're going to throw one player for Tatum out.
Are they? That's not good. Well, I remember off the top of the ball game tonight, I said there was no love lost between these two teams.
There's not.
Saw it right there.
There's pink flags all over the field. That's why I didn't notice them earlier.
Yeah.
And another flag just at the end, just for good measure.
Just
make sure.
Yeah.
Make sure everybody knows there is flags. So we're going to let them figure this one out because there's a lot going on.
Yeah, and you'd think at least part of this would offset, right? Because it could be on both sides, doesn't it? They're still having to calm down Tyler Graham right there.
He is not happy.
Not at all.
And we're, you know, that the Melrose player went back after a Tatum player. So
Graham's the one that got tossed, obviously, by the way he's acting, right? I mean, he and Durant's trying to calm him down.
You know, you gotta collect yourself right here. Personal foul on both teams. They're offsetting.
I figured that.
And then a dead ball. Sideline infraction for Tatum. And then one player's kicked out. And then we've got a sideline infraction on Melrose also. And, well, they're going to get the ball at 1st and 10 sometime.
And a
on the
partridge
field.
in a pear tree.
Goodness. And one player did get kicked out. I'm just not sure which one it was.
Yeah, I saw that ejection sign there by the official.
So we're gonna let them still figure this one out, and really, you know, Alan, if anybody should have been kicked out, it was the kid from Melrose that came back after him.
Yeah.
I'm not real sure what. I believe they were just trying to protect their teammate here.
Yeah.
There.
And you know, a lot of times too, it'll be the guy that retaliates that gets a penalty, and not the guy that starts the whole
Right.
thing.
Absolutely, and that is typically the case. But we're gonna let the tempers calm down here for both teams.
I think the officials are looking for that same thing too. Just take a breath here.
Not sure where they're going with the yard markers over
there.
there.
Put it somewhere at midfield here.
Goodness. We are going to have Tatum first down at some point here, and from somewhere on this pasture.
Yeah. Somewhere on Herb Pyre Field, we will have a play here soon.
That's right, and they're going to put it at midfield. So I'm not sure what all happened, but it looked like Tatum comes out in a good position.
Yeah. You can't complain. So Melrose got the worst of it.
Tatum's going to bring Mendoza to the close side, along with Duran.
I'll tell you, it'll be interesting to see coming off of that, because that kind of stuff can really fire up both teams, and we'll see who can maybe take advantage of that, focus that energy on playing.
And again, no love lost between these two teams.
Yeah.
They typically battle. I believe they're number 1 and 3 in the state right now, and they're going to go after each other.
Yeah, and both these teams hate to lose to each other.
Absolutely. So Garner's in the backfield. He puts Duran in motion. Fakes it to him and then keeps it going up the middle, and he goes nowhere.
Wow, and they took Garner's trash out right there.
They sure did. They sure did.
Number 50 making a big play there for the Buffaloes, and that is Nash Martin, defensive tackle. 6'1" junior.
So Tatum going to look over to the sideline to get the next play call. 7:20 remaining in the second quarter here.
Second quarter is going at a little slower pace than the first.
Sure is. Garner takes the snap. He drops all the way back. He throws it underneath. Then Mullins pops it up and then catches it, but he's taken down by number 11 for Melrose, which is Yuri.
Yep. And, you know, good pitch and catch, but still just barely back to the original line of scrimmage there.
You know, I'd like to see that double move again right here. That would
after the little brouhaha there, Melrose is firing off the ball a little faster on defense than they have been.
They look a little different right now. They sure do. They've got a 3-man front, and it looks like they're going to bring the blitz. Garner takes the snap. It's a little bit high. Throws it deep down the sideline. And and it did look like he was getting held.
Yeah, there was a little pushing on from both players. That ball was not really catchable. I think that plays into the official's decision there.
Absolutely.
There were some, well, let's just say they were playing footsie on the way down the field there.
So it's going to bring it to a 4th down and 10. And
maybe it's more like handsy. It was like
there you go.
Each other. But both players were reaching and doing a little pushing on that particular play. 4th down.
4th down, and Cardenita is back to return this punt for Melrose, and Garner back to kick it for Tatum.
They don't find themselves in 4th and 10 very often. They don't do a lot of punting.
They do not. And Garner kicks it away, angles it to the far sideline. And looks like there was a player right here that's just punching one of the Tatum kids. The ball gets downed inside the 20, and
Tatum's calling for the flag.
And And they do kick the kid out because he's standing in the middle of the field punching the kid for Tatum on the ground.
They've got to get a handle on this, man.
If they don't right quick, it's going to get real ugly.
Yeah.
And we're going to figure out who has more players on the sideline.
Right. Yeah, and what you do really is you hurt the team. You get thrown out, and in 8-man, smaller schools, you don't have that many players. And if you lose your head, it just never ends well.
It does not. And you know, again, they have a football game to play here, but you don't want to cost your team the game by doing something crazy.
And no matter what's going on in terms of rivalry and wanting to win the game, you can't fault them for that. But you also have to maintain your discipline out there.
Just got to be smart. Got to be smart right here and let a cooler head prevail.
Yeah. Because certainly you don't want that to become a trend. I mean, another incident and one after that, and, you know, it can be contagious. So now would be a good time to put it behind on both teams and get back to playing football.
Absolutely. We've had a good game so far. So Melrose is going to come out in that tight formation. And looks like an I formation behind the quarterback. He's going to hand it up the middle, and there's some room there for Melrose, and picks up about 11 yards there. First down for Melrose.
It's a good, strong run on first down, and he had a nice lane to run through. And now on offense, the line is firing off the ball just a little quicker and more intensity than we've seen.
They sure are. You might look for Tatum to dial up a little blitz inside to stop that momentum up the middle.
Yeah. Because that's one of the best running plays up the middle they've had all night.
Absolutely. They're going to come out with the tight formation and I formation behind the quarterback. Takes the snap and pitches it to the close side. Tatum's pursuing out there. Great pursue, but good cutback.
Trying to rip it out of there.
They sure are, after a gain of about 3.
But Melrose has been particularly sideline to sideline, and then they found some success here going up the middle. They try to go back to the sideline there, and the pursuit is worthy from Tatum. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Absolutely, and I don't know if you noticed there, but Kruger helps one of the Melrose players up right there.
Did he? Good.
He
Maybe
did.
that's
So
a little
that's a good
olive
sign.
branch there, yeah.
They're going to come out, same formation, little I formation. Quarterback takes the snap. He's going to hand it up the middle. And Tatum's there, so about 2 yards is all they pick up there, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and about 6.
Good work closing that gap that time, and you've got them where you want them. 3rd and long, 5, short 6, either way. Down to 4:45 now here to go in the quarter, and it took a long time to get halfway through this quarter.
Sure did. Lot has happened in this quarter. It feels like a whole football game.
Yeah.
So Melrose is going to come out in their I formation. It's a fake handoff, and he's going to throw it. He's got a man out there, and Tatum.
They're going to call it too early.
Tatum's going to get a pass interference there, and I'll tell you, Alan, I'm not sure I disagree there. It looked like he might have held him right before the ball got there.
Maybe. It timed it pretty well, I thought. But you got to see what the hands were doing.
Right,
It wasn't necessarily the hit. He may have been impeding the guy's arms from getting up there, but he was able to reach all the way up for it.
He was. They're not going to let anything go now.
No, they're going to call it pretty tight now after the extracurriculars we saw here in this period.
So 1st and 10 from the 40 for Melrose. They're going to come out, and I would imagine the same formation. It seems to have been working for them.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they do. Snap taken. He fakes it. He's looking for somebody deep, and
airs it out over
the head. He sure does. And luckily that one was uncatchable because he got hit on the route.
Yeah, and there were a lot of black jerseys around number 21 there, Brandon Garcia. And Melrose has done a lot of under center tonight. They don't, at least tonight, have not shown a lot of shotgun formation. Which Tatum and Garner, they like the shotgun. They like to get him back in the gun.
They do, give him some room to operate.
But then again, not a lot of teams run an I formation.
That's exactly right. Well, and especially not an 8-man, right?
Yeah.
An I formation, and he's going to hand it up the middle. Cut back, and got some movement there, but it's only going to be good for about 6.
Yeah, forward progress. He's trying to get 7 out of it. I don't know if they're give it to him or not, but he got at least 6.
So that's going to bring up a 3rd down and a long 3 or short 4, however you want to call it.
Nearing midfield here.
Melrose going quick here, and I expect him. Oh, and
Hey,
Tatum
got him to
jumps.
jump.
Sure did.
Yeah, the penalty bug's starting to get
Sure
the
is.
Coyotes a bit here.
When you don't want to give them anything, Melrose is good enough to get it all on their own.
Yeah, and it took the Buffaloes a while to get warmed up and get their legs under them, but they have done that. It's a 4-point game, by the way, 18-14. Tatum was comfortably up 12-0, but the difference maker, Melrose scored a couple times, but they also got that 2-point conversion, and Tatum hasn't yet been able to convert.
Absolutely. So they're going to come out in a shotgun, and they keep it up the middle. And there's an illegal block right in the middle that did get caught that time. Takes it to the far side and picks up about 7, but he chopped him right at the line.
Did the pink flag come out?
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
it did.
Yep. You can't chop in high school football in New Mexico. And then they call a hold on Tatum. Offsetting penalties. We're going to remain first down. On a run play, it's really, really odd to see a holding call on the defense.
On the defense, yeah. Running play, you'd expect a holding call to be on the offense.
Not sure, but they're offsetting.
Well, yeah, at least there's no damage done.
So 1st and 10 again, and they're going to go back to the I formation. 3:35 remaining in the second half. He fakes it and then runs the option to the close side. Pitches it, and he cuts back, and he's got room.
Ranley Kruger
He
shut
sure
him down.
does. Picks him up and makes sure that he hits the ground.
That's a good cutback, but the arms of Ranley Kruger were waiting for him.
Absolutely. So gain of about 4 there. It's going to be 2nd and 6, and again, you expect Melrose to come out in an I formation.
And they've got 3 minutes left here to work with. Tatum's thinking, hey, let's stop them here and maybe get another shot at points before the half.
Get the ball back. Snap taken, fakes it, looking for somebody deep, and then he keeps it himself, and Tatum's able to get to him, and they're going to call a horse collar tackle.
That was my first thought. He grabbed him right by the collar.
Absolutely.
From behind, got the shoulder pads and dragged him down.
It is. It's going to be a horse collar on Tatum, and
The penalty bug. It's not easy to reach out with one hand, bring a guy down without grabbing the shoulder pads.
That's
there.
about all you can grab. You got to go low there and try to take the legs out.
Yeah, or maybe grab the jersey and try to pull him down by the jersey, but we could see it clearly from up here. And I saw when he reached out and grabbed him, I was like, I hope the officials didn't see that.
Agreed. So Melrose coming out in their I formation. And they have Roy Ball running quarterback now and has been. They toss it to the close side. And he gets around the end and nowhere to go. Tatum pursuit gets to him. That's going to be number 22, Luke Field on the stop there. What a great defensive play there by Tatum.
They've seen that cutback, too, from number 24 a lot of times. He wasn't even going to give him a chance to cut back there.
Absolutely not. Get a hold of him before he can get there, and that'll shut that down real quick. Going to give him 1 yard there.
Big play, mano a mano right there for Tatum.
Absolutely. They come out in an I formation. Tatum looking to blitz up the middle, and they do. And Mullins gets to him quick, but then they throw it to the far side.
That's trouble.
It sure is. And he runs somebody over there on the sideline.
Yeah, number 1 on the reception and a good throw.
That's Cardonito. And he is their everything. Where he goes, they will go.
That's true. And that play was slow developing. They had good adjustment there. And, man, when he caught it, he had a lane up that left sideline. So a couple big snaps from Melrose, and they've gotten the ball now down into Tatum territory.
Yeah, 1:47 remaining. 18-14. Tatum really needs a stop here. Come out with a split back. And he hands it to the far side. Cardonito on the move. He's got some room over there and runs it out of bounds. So he gets the first down and stops the clock.
And, after all is said and done, really right now Melrose is in a great position to score and have a lead at half after Tatum pretty much had them where they wanted them.
Absolutely.
Especially in the first quarter. So after we had the extracurriculars, Tatum's kind of been penalty struck, and Melrose has taken advantage. And quietly, without showing off too much, and have a chance to go in the locker room up in this thing.
They sure do, and they really have a great opportunity inside the 10. And Tatum's going to take a timeout here. So we'll take this opportunity, Alan, and talk about our sponsors.
I'll tell you what, it's a great bunch of people. Now Pharmacy for over 75 years, serving Lee County for all your prescription needs. Now Pharmacy in Lovington. EJ's Pumping Service, big-time supporters of the Tatum Athletics and Tatum schools in general. They serve all your pumping needs, and if you need help pumping, go see EJ's. They'll take care of you. Norley Hospital District, the Tatum Clinic, Legendary Services, and the Tatum School. All fine sponsors, and they do legendary work at Legendary Services. And much props for the Tatum schools. They have been doing a great job for a long time. And I'll share a rumor with you. Back when I was in high school, and we heard about Tatum and Tatum sports, there was a big rumor that they had a swimming pool under the basketball court in the gym here in town. That's split in the middle and would open up and you go swimming, but they didn't tell anybody about it because they didn't have a bunch of people coming down here.
Right.
It wasn't true.
No. Did you jump into the floor and try it?
Yeah. Well, every time we played basketball up here, we thought maybe some water would come up through the floor.
There you go. Melrose comes out and split back behind the quarterback, taken under center. He hands it to the far side, and ball's on the turf. And he's able to jump on it, Cardenita is, but that is going to be a loss of about 4 yards there.
Man, defense got through there, was bringing him down in desperation, lost the ball. Was he trying to pitch that thing to somebody?
I think that it just hit his stomach and bounced out.
How?
So Melrose takes I believe their final timeout here.
That's an important blown play for Melrose right there. Put that thing on the ground in the position that they're in right now.
With a minute 22, you can start saying if you keep them in bounds here, that clock's running against them. So hurrying up plays can be detrimental.
And it kind of stopped the momentum that they had built right there. Because anytime that ball is laying out there open on the field, it's anybody's football. So they dodged the bullet right there, but it also the loss doesn't help them much on that play.
No, absolutely, and Tatum has them at second and goal right here from about the 14-yard line, and these fans are getting loud over here.
Yeah, and it's weird because yards are yards, but when it's first and goal from the 14, that just doesn't sound too good when you're on offense.
That's right.
You're losing ground, in other words.
Tatum gets their play call, goes out, and look for Tatum to get some pressure up the middle. They've done a good job as Melrose has gotten close.
This is an important series here now with a minute 22 left. Can Melrose punch it in and go in with a lead, or can Tatum stop them and keep the lead?
Snap taken, and he takes it back to pass, and he's got a man across the backside of the end zone, and it is caught. Touchdown Melrose. So they draw one up.
They did, and they drew up the right play. He was wide open in that right corner.
It's going to give Melrose the lead about a minute before halftime here.
Wow, 21 hauled that one in. Brandon Garcia, wide receiver and defensive back. He's a senior. He ran a good route, and he put it right on him there.
Really wide open in the back of the end zone there, and Tatum had lost him.
Yeah, and I don't think Coyotes were expecting pass there.
No, absolutely not. So Melrose comes out in an I formation for the two-point conversion.
Big one here.
Takes a snap, and he hands it up the middle. And number 51 for Tatum prevents him from getting in, and I'll tell you, he was in if he doesn't pull him backwards.
And he certainly did. He picked him up and drew him back out of the two-point conversion.
Taven Moorhead with the stop there.
So that keeps it a two-point game. If they get that, they have a 4-point lead going in.
That's important.
And you hate to give up that lead if you're Tatum heading into half here, but you'd rather it be 2 than 4.
You know, in 8-man football, a minute 16 is plenty of
It
time
is.
to
They
get.
they do
get a
have some
score.
time here.
And I believe Tatum, do they still have 2 timeouts left?
I think they do. And we know they have big play capability. We'll see what they can dial up here.
You know, maybe a little trickery on the return here might be the time for it.
Could be. Maybe a little reverse.
You know, now in the game's the time to run those things.
You got Mullins back there. If they do kick it deep, we know he can do big things with his speed.
Absolutely. And
I don't think they're going to kick it deep to him for that reason.
you know, I'm not sure I would either.
Yeah.
Cardenita is going to set the ball down this time, though, and well, why not? He's played every other position on the field.
So,
why not kick?
Yeah.
And you promised me the popcorn at halftime, so. What an athlete. And he does kick it deep.
He does.
He kicks it right to Mullins, and it
Bounced
bounces off of Mullins. And Mullins picks it up, makes a cut, and he's going around the far sideline, and he's got some room, but gets out past the 30. Gets a good return off of a really muffed reception there.
He did. I can't believe he got that much out of it, but man, he showed some quicks getting out as far as he did to get it out there and give Tatum at least some operating room, get them off their own goal line here.
Absolutely. So Tatum
Minute
first and 10, minute 9 remaining, 20 to 18, Melrose lead.
It's been a darn good half.
Oh, great half. Good football right here, other than the extracurricular.
Yeah.
And there's a flag being thrown already.
So they don't like something.
Too many players on the field.
Oh, it's 9-man football then.
Oh, I believe that might have been the player that was tossed out earlier.
Oh, really?
Yes, it is, and the ref caught it.
That's interesting.
So they may have been.
So they had the right number of guys. They just put in an ejected
exactly
player.
right. That's exactly right. And I will tell you, this. If the player played any other time, this is a forfeitable game.
I was wondering what the penalty was for that. They're going to mark off yards. I was
It's a
thinking, you know,
15.
he's illegal. You could have to forfeit for that.
You know, if you go back and look, and he played any time after he was tossed, it's absolutely wide open.
And they didn't get the play off, I guess, is the only reason that you don't do that.
No, but that happened a long time ago. Mullins dragging a guy along and gets about 5 there.
If he had not caught it and they snapped the ball, then they have to forfeit the game?
You know, I think that they might could go back now and check video
And see
determine if he played after he had been tossed
and
out.
look at all the plays and see if he snuck back out there.
Absolutely. Tatum comes out with twins to the left, one tight to the right. Got Mullins in the backfield with Garner. Garner takes the snap, looking for a man deep, and he's got Duran on a move, and it's going to be underthrown and picked off by why not Cardenita.
Better make the stop here.
That's right. He's taking it to the far side, and he's got some room. And Tatum is able to run him out of bounds over there.
Wow. It has been a tale of 2 quarters, and I'm telling you, ever since the pushing and shoving went on and the loss of tempers on both sides, Tatum has seen Melrose get more assertive, get in there, take the lead. Now you get a turnover. And Tatum really owned the first quarter, and Melrose has owned the second here.
Absolutely, and really, you didn't want to give the ball back to Melrose there. They could make this a 2-possession game with a score and 2-point conversion.
A lot has happened here since the midway point of this quarter.
They come out with a man on each side of the quarterback. Takes it, fakes it, throws it to the far side, and caught there, and Tatum's there to bring him down inbounds, which is really important because the clock will, as they reset the chains, will continue to run.
That is important, but what an effort by the receiver there to make sure he had the first down.
That was number 21 for Melrose.
He fought hard after the catch, Brandon Garcia.
And really a great...
Two guys there to try and keep him short of that down marker, and he made it anyway. Of course, with 14 seconds, you're probably not going to run 4 plays anyhow, but it was a great effort right at the yard marker to give them a first down, even though they won't have time to run 4 plays.
No, and but what it does do is stop the clock, and then a timeout taken, and And now you're inside the 20 with an opportunity.
Yeah, both teams talking about it. And, yeah, if you're Tatum right now, you can ill afford to give up points here.
Absolutely. You need a big stop right here. And really, if I'm Melrose, I'm very careful putting the ball in the air
Yeah.
because Tatum has athletes all over the field.
That's true, and they're not scared to run it all the way back.
They're sure not.
But also, too, you kind of have a golden opportunity here if you are Melrose to take a shot because you've got enough time on the clock for maybe 2 plays, so make it worth something.
And they're going to run twins left, twins right. And quarterback number 4, Roy Ball, behind the center, out of the shotgun. They're going to put a man in motion. He's going to give it. They reverse it again, and Cordenita's looking for somewhere to throw it and taken down in the backfield.
Loose, but the whistle probably had already blown.
There is a flag on the nope, inadvertent flag. So that should be the end of the first half.
That was a lot going on one play. I think they squandered an opportunity to run 2 plays right there, Patrick.
I agree, and I just don't understand running a double reverse pass right there.
Yeah. I mean, it took forever. You used all the time. You throw to the sideline. If it's incomplete, you stop the clock.
Absolutely. Or throw one out the back of the end zone and see if one of your 6-foot kids can go up and get it.
Yeah, that was so slow developing. Tatum was you really took away the shot you had at scoring points.
Absolutely. So we'll take this time to take a little halftime break, and we'll be back with you in just a few.
And thanks, everybody, for tuning in. It's the Tatum Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
back live, Patrick Alexander. And we've got about a minute left before the end of this halftime, and really it has been all a tale of two quarters. Tatum taking care of the first quarter. Melrose makes some adjustments, and they take care of the second quarter. Look for Tatum to get this corrected. That run up the middle, they've got to get started. The player playing in the first half for Melrose, I'm not sure if he actually played any downs, but if he did, there may be a reason to be worried if you're Melrose there. Tatum will be receiving the ball in the second half. And we'll get this one started in just a minute. Take this moment to thank our sponsors yet again. Now Pharmacy, EJ's Pumping, Norley Tatum Clinic, Legendary Services, and the Tatum Schools. Tatum huddles up to get ready for this return. Last minute instructions here for Tatum, and we're going to see what kind of adjustments they made. Again, Melrose controlling the ball up the middle, and Tatum hasn't really had an answer for them yet when they go in that I formation. I would expect to see Tatum blitzing some up the middle, and whenever they have, they've gotten in the backfield before anything can happen. So start sending the blitzes up the middle and just disrupt what's happening in the backfield. And back deep to return for Tatum. We've got a change. Is going to be number 22, Luke Field, who's had a pretty good game so far. Alan, you ready to go for this second half?
Oh, yeah.
I think Tatum's probably made some good adjustments. I would expect them to blitz up the middle. You know, whenever they have, they've really stopped Melrose from getting much going.
Yeah, and I think they probably talked about playing with cool heads in the second half.
So Cardenita is going to set the ball down to kick, and he forgot to bring me my popcorn at halftime.
Yeah, you know, he couldn't get to everybody. I got some. He is a multi-talented guy.
Change back for Tatum is going to be Luke Field returning back
I think
deep.
it's important, too, man, to draw first blood here in this quarter.
Absolutely. And he kicks it deep to Field. Field gets the ball, brings it close side. He's waiting to see what opens up. It makes a move to the outside, cuts it back in. Good tackle there by Melrose.
Yeah, number 11 there to meet him, and he got a little help there toward the end, but he's brought down by Dathan Urie.
So a good stop there. This is going to be Tatum ball, 1st and 10.
Pretty good ball game. I think you, me, and the Cows outside of town thought Tatum would go into halftime with a lead, but Melrose asserted themselves toward the end of half, up 2. anybody's ball game, and I expect we'll see some lead changes here in the second half.
Absolutely. We got twins to the left, one to the right. Mullins in the backfield with Garner. Garner takes a snap, drops straight back, look for a screen underneath. He throws it. He's got a man there. Cardenas gets about 7 yards there. Good start to the drive.
Yeah, and if you're Tatum, it hasn't been that long, but it seems like it's been a while since they've scored.
You know it does, and especially with all the extra happening.
Yeah.
So Tatum gets a 2nd and 3 here, and Mullins in the backfield, twins to the left, tied on the right side with Kruger. Garner takes a snap. He throws it quick down here. And Duran makes a man miss and gets about 10 on it.
Yeah, good play.
So great play there for Tatum.
Yeah, a couple of good plays here, and they've established a little momentum here coming out. Nice positive gains, both plays that they have run. See if they can keep that going.
Looks like they're just going to take advantage of whoever's not going to stay disciplined on their guy. Duran in motion. He gets the ball.
Yeah, it's going to be procedure, I'll bet.
Sure is. Looked like Mullins moved a little quick out of the backfield.
Little breeze picking up here, coming in the window here in the booth, too.
Sure
Blowing
is.
across the field, which is an equalizer. Generally, if it's north to south or south to north across the field, it can be an advantage or a disadvantage, but coming directly across the field, increasing winds.
Yeah, not much to it. Neither team benefits from that.
Yeah.
They do. They stack their receivers on the close side. And they hand it to Mullins up the middle, and he's not going to get anywhere.
Man, they are all over that.
They
42
sure are.
leading the charge there. That's Logan Devane.
A loss of 2 yards there. That's going to make it a 2nd and 17 after the procedure and then a loss on the play.
Yeah, that's kind of a back-to-back bad deal there for Tatum.
It is, and I'll tell you that it was the backside defensive end who got Mullins before anybody else got there. So you might want to chip that guy before you come to this next blocking level.
Yeah, important play here now.
Twins to the left, one to the right. Garner takes a snap, drops straight back, and he flips it over to Mullins. Mullins has it down the sideline, makes a man miss, and steps out of bounds, about 2 yards shy of the first down.
Wow.
But what a great play design there.
Yeah, and he walked the tightrope, man. He looked like he was going to be out of bounds about 5 yards sooner than he actually was, and he tightroped that sideline to get as much he could out of it and got into Melrose territory.
3rd and 3 here for Tatum. Coach Satterwhite calling out the play to the offense. Duran and Mendoza on the close side. Garner takes a snap. He hands it to Mullins right up the middle, and he's going to be hard to stop getting 3 yards, and they're not able to there.
Yeah, you're absolutely right on that. He can get 3 yards.
Absolutely. He lowers that pad level, and he'll run you over real fast.
That's a good, strong play, good blocking up front, and they've got a fresh set of downs now inside the 45.
And that was Luke Field in the backfield there. So Mullins getting some breathers here. Keep him fresh. They fake it and throw it to the far side, and it's too high.
Is that Mendoza? No, it's Duran.
Duran had slipped to that far side.
He went up for it, but he's not all that tall, and it was just not going to be caught.
No, he's only 5'11", and that one was thrown about 6'4".
Yeah.
So he comes back to the close side. We're going to have twins to the left and Kruger tied on the right. Field in the backfield with Garner. Puts Duran in motion, fakes it, throws a slant, and in and out of the hands there by Mendoza.
Yeah. Might have been slightly behind it, but one he could have caught.
So just misfortune here. It's going to bring it up a 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, after 2 nice gains on the first couple of plays they ran, it seems now a little bit, maybe a little rushing of things for Tatum, maybe in a little bit of too big of a hurry offensively to let the play develop.
Twins to the left. Here we go. Garner drops straight back. He throws the screen, and he's got Field a little bit, but not enough. He gets about 3 yards, and that's it.
And you're in a hurry if the defense is coming at you and Melrose, after giving up 2 positive plays to start this thing, they have really come at them on the last couple, and it's worked out in their favor. Looking at a 4th down and about 8. That's what they got on the scoreboard.
Tatum's going to go for it here, and they're going to run twins out to the right and keep Mendoza alone on the left. Garner takes a snap and throws us underneath, just out of the hand of Mullins, just not able to bring that one in.
I'll tell you, the heat was coming too. He had to get rid of it.
Melrose is going to dial it up this second half. We've seen that already.
Man, I'll tell you that I'm not going to say they shouldn't go for it, but if you don't get it, you have set up a hot Melrose team right now in pretty good field position.
And Melrose is spreading out their spacing here on the front. Direct snap, and he takes it himself. Finding somewhere to go, and he's not able to. Garner's all over him there after a gain of, wow, what a spot.
Yeah.
Goodness. It looked like it was about a yard and a half, and they give him 3.
Yeah, I don't know how they figured that one, because he was still up until Garner threw him to the ground. That's 2 yards back the other way from where they spotted it. At least it appeared that way.
Right. So they're going to get that wide split again on the front. They've got players on both sides of Cardenita. He takes it himself up the middle. And Tatum doing a good job of just getting in the middle and just creating traffic. Cardenita's not able to get much.
And I think Garner was a bit frustrated on that offensive series, and he kind of was able to take out some of those frustrations with that tackle on the previous play.
Sure was, and so it's going to bring up a 3rd and 5 from the 47-yard line of Melrose. They're going to come out in their tight formation with their eye behind him. And a false start. Looked like everybody but the center went there.
Yeah.
So that's going to back them up 5, and that's important. That's a 3rd and 10, 3rd and long now.
Yeah, that changes things right there in terms of what play you're going to call.
Absolutely. You know, you're at 3rd and 5, and you're thinking get 2 or 3 and go for it on 4th down.
Right, run it.
But
now they may be in a throwing situation here.
Could be. We'll see what they decide to do.
They got a slim 2-point lead.
And they're going to come out in their tight eye. Tatum going to blitz, and the ball's on the ground, and Tatum gets it.
Wait for the official.
There is a flag.
Yeah, flag. See what that's going to do.
Now, if illegal chop block and it's declined, it's going to be Tatum football. First down. What a turnover there.
That's a big turnover. And if you recall, back in the first quarter, Tatum got a turnover early in this game that put them up, and they were up 2 scores at one point before relinquishing the lead at half. Now they open the 3rd quarter with a turnover that may turn the tide here.
You know, they're going to have to do something with the pressure up the middle from Melrose.
Yeah, I don't think Tatum has turned the ball over themselves tonight, have they?
The interception on the close
sideline. Oh, that's right.
Line.
There was an interception.
So they come out with twins to the left. And it looks like somebody must have their lights on. Headlights on the field.
But I do like that about this stadium. You can park and watch the game from your tailgate, or you can sit inside on a cold night and watch through the front windshield. You can park right up next to the field.
You know, it brings tailgating to a new level there.
It does.
Garner calls for the snap. He gets it, and he's got a guy open running. That's Kruger, and he's going to take that one to the house, folks. Touchdown, Tatum.
Melrose did not have that covered at all.
Oh, he was wide open, wasn't he?
They just were not expecting that.
What a great play design there, and you know, Tatum saw something at halftime and saw that he was going to be open. They hadn't covered him the whole game through
there.
They
didn't even have anyone on him. He just was able to run free. Garner got the ball out early. He ran under it. Easy pickings for Tatum right there, and that's a big play to get him back on top here.
Sure is. So Mullins is going to take the direct snap, and he's going to run it up the middle, and Melrose is there.
So again, denied on the 2-point conversion, but they do get the lead. 42-yard touchdown, right?
It was 42.
So Tatum takes the lead back, 24-20.
24-20, and really exactly what Tatum needed to do there.
Yeah. Boy, it happened quick, too. They got the ball back in one play.
You know what that'll also do is there's two ways to stop pressure. One is to get the ball out quick. The other one's to block with more.
Yeah.
And they just chose to go quick.
Well, and the way that Melrose coming at you, the pursuit's coming so fast. If you get it out early enough, they're all going the wrong way.
Absolutely, use it against them. Kind of like Melrose did to Tatum in that second quarter, where their pursuit was great, but they started cutting back across field.
Yeah. And they found some success up the middle, too, in that second quarter, Melrose did.
They sure did. And Tatum's flying up the middle right now and just clogging it up.
But we talked about drawing first blood, and when you're behind, especially in a game that's probably going to be close, that was an important score. And, man, I'll tell you, you don't get much more wide open than that.
No, and really didn't have to be a perfect pass. Just put it up in the air and let him go get it.
Under it, yeah. So do you try anything on the kickoff here?
I don't think so. You just took the lead. I think I'd appreciate that for a minute.
Yeah. Just play it conservative here. I would try to kick it deep, see if you can't give them a long field here.
Garner can kick a lot of different ways, though.
He can. You wonder sometimes if an onside might shock him here, but
he kicks it to the close side. He's running it to the far side. Tatum in pursuit, and he's got a little lane and gets it out to the 48-yard line.
Good return, good field position. I'll tell you what, that guy chews up some yards with each step. He's got long legs.
He sure does. How tall is he, Alan?
Is that 21?
It sure is.
Yeah, man, he's 6 foot and probably a little more than that. The roster they sometimes kind of gild the lily a little, so you don't know how big people are. He's probably more like 6'2", 6'3".
Well, and he looks like he's got legs of about 6 feet of that.
Yeah, I mean, he was getting 2 or 3 yards a step there, it looked like.
So they're going to come out in their I formation. Snap taken, he tosses to the far side. Tatum player misses, slides by, but he picks up 8, and they finally get him down.
Yeah, good second effort there and a good cut toward the sideline on that play.
And one of the Melrose players is down, and we'll take this opportunity to thank our sponsors.
Yeah, and we certainly hope that he's going to be okay, but he's down and stayed down. I want to thank the Tatum School District, Legendary Services, Norley Hospital District, Tatum Clinic, EJ's Pumping, Now Pharmacy. All of those great businesses make our streaming on the internet and pictures and sound and all of that. HobbsAmerica.com, Tatum Sports YouTube channel possible. Big thanks to them. And it just shows that they care about the community and care about our future, these kids. And, hey, if it weren't for them, we wouldn't be able to bring you our coverage. And we've enjoyed doing it. Pictures and sound, a cool thing. And it's fun to do. It's fun to watch. And we hope you guys are enjoying it wherever you might be. One nice thing about it is people who live a long, long way from here can watch these games.
Yep, family can watch. They come out in a wing formation here. Hands it close side. Got some room. He cuts it back up and gets about 7 yards there, but more importantly, picks up the first down.
Sure enough. Moves the chains, and they had good starting field position, so now they're primed here to get back down close to the red zone and see if they can take the lead back. And I have the feeling we're not through with lead changes in this game yet tonight.
Absolutely not. And I'll tell you, the player that was on the ground was Cardenita, and
really?
He just checks back into the game, but he is not moving very well. A little bit slow getting around.
Yeah.
But they are going to come back in that wing formation.
Wonder if they're probably not going to go to him on this play, I wouldn't think.
You wouldn't think so. And they do around the far side, just because we thought not.
Yeah.
And he gets about 3, but you don't want him to keep taking hits like that.
That's what I was thinking.
Mullins takes out his legs, so it's going to bring up.
He's looking even worse coming back to the huddle this time.
He is, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
One thing I'm seeing from Melrose right now is even after the hard hits, they're falling forward for an extra yard or two.
They sure are. Sure are. Melrose comes out. Same wing formation here. They've tightened up their offensive line, though. And he fakes it. He's going to keep it, looking for somewhere to go with the ball. And he throws it back across the middle, and it's picked off by Tatum. And what a great turn of events for Tatum there. That's going to be, who was that? Who got that interception? Tyler Graham.
Was it Tyler Graham?
It sure was.
Make a big play for you after
Absolutely.
losing his head in the first half. He settled down there. But I'll tell you what, it was really on Josiah Roybal, number 4. That's a throw he never should have made.
No,
Trying
absolutely.
to extend that play, sling it across your body. It was really Tatum were the only people there. He threw it right to Kruger.
You know, sometimes you just got to go down and take what you've got.
You do. He really gave him Coyotes a gift right there.
Motion for Tatum. Throw the quick slant again, and again Mendoza in and out of his hands. That's a good pass.
Yeah, that was a good play call right there. If he catches that, he's off to the races.
Absolutely. Nobody over the top of that one. So that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Boy, you know, a lot of times, too, right after a turnover, if you can hit them on that next play while they're on their heels.
Absolutely. Graham gets the ball. He fakes it. He's going to go deep. And Duran's looking for the ball.
Yeah, the defender never turned to look for the ball.
He did not.
Well underthrown. I thought it was going to hit the defender, number 1, in the back for a minute.
That's Cardenita, and even though he's not moving very well, he can get up and go when he needs to.
Yeah. But do they do the same thing hitting high school ball as they do in college and pros? You got to be looking for the ball.
So you know that one might have been called not catchable. But really had Duran come back into the defender, it would have been
a penalty.
Absolutely. Graham back, and they throw the screen underneath. Mullins makes a man miss. He's got some room on the outside, and he's taking it to the far sideline. Mullins gets taken down at the 35-yard line. Not after an important first down, though.
I'm going to tell you what, Yuri saved a touchdown. I thought he was gone.
He sure looked to be, and really, had he been able to make that last cut right there, he had nothing but green grass.
Yeah, number 11, I think right there saved Melrose 6 points going up for Tatum. Mullins deceptively fast.
He is extremely fast. Tatum coming out, twins to the left, one to the right. Gardner calls the play and fakes the handoff. He throws it close side, and he's got Duran with some room. Pick up of about 8 yards there.
Nice stop by Braden Elridge, number 2. Didn't go for that fake, but they wanted Abraham Duran last couple of plays, and they got him there. Good play call the previous one when they went to him when they did the double move. After that short pass, they had him going deep, but the ball was underthrown.
And you know, Cardenita's playing about 10 yards off of him, so he's not going to bite on that double move.
Yeah.
Gardner moves field to the other side. Pump fakes, and he does go over the top, and he's got a man, but it's just overthrown.
Is that Mendoza?
That was Mendoza, and you overthrow Mendoza, and you've got a good arm.
You do, because he's fast too. And that one just had a little less air under it. That's over the shoulders, right in his hands.
Absolutely.
For the basket catch. I like to watch plays like that develop. You get a good view from up here in the press box.
Sure do. And he hands it up the middle, and Field gets the first down. Gets that pad level low and picks up the first down for Tatum.
Yeah, Fields has played well tonight.
He sure has. He's been a good break for Mullins.
Yeah, had a nice kickoff, run back, decent return, and he's had a couple good runs from scrimmage.
Absolutely. Tatum comes in tight to the right and wide to the right. Mendoza alone on the left. Garner hands it up the middle. And ball's on the turf, and Kruger comes back and gets it. Thank goodness.
Yeah,
but
sizable loss, though.
There is a flag on the play. And we'll see what they call here. Nope.
Going to pick it up.
He does pick it up. So it's going to be a second and about 21 now. Snap comes back to Garner. Garner throws it quick to the far side, and good tackle out there by Cardenita, and he takes out Mullins' legs.
He looks like Cardenita. He's been able to shake off that whatever injury was bothering him there. That was a good play, and he seems to be getting around a little better.
And Mullins gets up and shakes it off.
That was a good hit. Took his legs right out from underneath him there.
You know, textbook.
And we got Mullins coming to the sideline, favoring his looks to be his left ankle.
You know, it looked like he got a little dead leg in there off of the hit, so he'll get that walked off. And
is that like a stinger?
It is in your leg, old Charlie horse.
Yeah, because that's right. He's favoring the area right where he got hit.
Timeout, Tatum. So with that, Tatum with the lead, 24-20, but they have a third and about 25 here.
Yeah, it's long.
And how much time you got left
We
there?
got 4:51.
4:51 remaining. Tatum wants a timeout. You know, you get about half of this here, Allen, and you're going to go for it.
Oh, yeah.
So you get back to the original line of scrimmage, and Tatum will go for it.
What do they need to get the first down?
Right
15?
No, about 25.
No, the 15-yard line?
It is right at the 15.
Yeah.
Sure is.
We shall see.
But
the only score here in the second half so far has been for the Coyotes. It was 20-18 at the half. They got 6 now to make it 24-20. Well under half the quarter left, but more than half of it expired. And I was kind of thinking we would probably see a bit of a shootout in the second half, but it may not turn out that way.
It may not. These defenses have both really stepped up.
They have.
So Garner's going to put Graham behind him. Takes a snap, throws it quick to Duran. Duran cuts upfield. Comes around and gets some room. He's going to take it down the sideline, and he's about the 16-yard line.
Yeah.
There was a flag on the play.
That was a great cutback by
Sure
him, but
was.
the flag is way back upfield here.
Maybe a block in the back by Tatum.
Yeah, it's in not a good area of the field for the call to go against Melrose. And that's too bad because that play looked like it was going nowhere. Duran made a great cut and extended that play and got good yardage out of it, only to have it come back here now, it appears.
So now we've got, did he call a block in the back or a holding?
I'm thinking on that kind of play, it was probably the illegal block because he cut it back and extended the play and sent it the other direction, which might have primed somebody up to hit someone in the back.
You know, that's looks like a third down in Lovington now.
I was about to say that before. I was going to say they need Lovington for the first down. 3rd and 32.
Looks like Mullins went the wrong direction and has to keep it himself. So picks up about 4 yards.
I think you just punt it here, don't you?
You know, absolutely. The only other option you have is to get a receiver out wide and just throw it up and see if they would pick it off. It'd be as good as a
that's
punt.
as good as a punt. I mean, you might call it fake, but I wouldn't here.
Well, you know, they
It's
have the safety back right at the line to gain. So I'm not sure I'd fake it here.
Too much field, yeah.
Garner kicks it. And that one's going to bounce into the end zone for a touchback.
That was a good kick.
It was. So touchback for Melrose. And
You got the lead here, so that's the smart thing to do.
absolutely.
Just put them on the 20. Because now they got to go 80 yards to score on you. Melrose can make some big plays on you, but I think Tatum has more big play capability than these guys have.
I would agree. So they're going to come out in their, looks like the I formation there. And he hands it to the running back behind the fullback, and he doesn't get much. About 3 yards is all. So Tatum really has fixed up the middle so far in the second half.
We haven't seen the ball in the air a lot from Melrose in this third quarter here. It's been mostly running.
You know, that was what happened in the second quarter too. Is in the first quarter they were throwing it,
And they weren't doing well. And
not
then the
doing
second
much.
quarter they were scoring and took the lead. You're right.
So Melrose going to come out in the wing. And they're going around the far side, and Cardenita has it. He's got some room, and he lowers his shoulder.
And we got something going on the sidelines over there.
They're going to call a late hit out of bounds. You know, you've got to just.
That is just not going to help you.
It's
if you're
not.
Tatum.
You know, this is exactly what happened to Tatum in the second quarter.
Yeah, Melrose got a couple first downs easily on penalties, and that's how they got the lead at halftime. But you could hear the noise on the sideline over there and the reaction, so you knew something was going on.
This will move them out to about the 50.
One of the Tatum players was matching the steps of the official going backwards there. Did you see that? Taking every step with him like he was counting them off.
That's right.
Make sure he got it right.
Make sure. Absolutely. So Melrose comes out in the I formation. Roy ball under center, and Tatum blitzes up the middle. He gets a pitch out to the close side, and Tatum's able to cut him back inside, and a good tackle there by Tyler Graham.
Everybody up here in the booth thinks holding.
And that's what they called, so it is a holding, so we're going to back them up 10 from the spot.
So they trade penalties here. That takes a little of the sting out of that sideline play for Tatum.
It sure does.
3:01 left here in the third.
It's going to make it a first down and 20.
Ball between the 36 and 37.
And Melrose going to come out tight formation. Roy ball behind center. And they've got Cardenita out back. And he fakes it to him. He's looking for somewhere to go with it. He's got all the time in the world. And he finally throws it to the far side. Cardenita, his relief valve over there, and picks up about 4 yards.
That says something about the coverage. He had nowhere to go with it. Great defense from Tatum.
Absolutely.
Had everybody covered.
There is another flag on the play. Looks like we're going to need to clean these flags after this game.
Yeah, holding Coyotes. You know, I had a feeling that the officials were about to start getting involved in this game. We've had penalties now on several successive plays. I hope it doesn't turn into one of those where you can't breathe on anybody without a flag coming down.
Absolutely, let them play football here. You know, but whenever you have to guard them that long, it is hard not to grab a hold at some point.
That's true.
So it'll be a first down and 9 now. Went forward, went backward. We're back to
on
the
both
original.
sides on this series, yeah.
And handoff to the close sideline. And upfield,
another
really
flag.
well.
Getting on a roll here where I don't want to see them overcall the thing now.
Absolutely, and number 24, Odom, slow to get up there for Melrose.
Yeah, hold back the other way. So that's a wash. You could go back the same distance.
We're going to go back to about 20 now.
Yeah.
So first and, we'll call it first and 17 this time.
It's too bad you can't see those penalties coming, then you just skip the whole thing and go from
There
where
you
you
go.
were.
Just go ahead and back them up.
Yeah. You're walking this way, you walk back the same distance, just to go past it and leave them where it was.
Right. So they're going to run out of the shotgun.
Shifting there, too.
Shifting everybody to the right side. Tosses out to Cardenita on the far side. Mullins with the great play.
Oh,
but he gets
out of
shed.
Another penalty.
And There is another penalty on the play.
Of course, you know, man, when they have a shift like that and there's nobody on the left side of the line of scrimmage, that's where they're going.
Absolutely. And this one's going to be on Melrose, so we're going to see what happens here.
That's a 10-yarder.
So, illegal block in the back, which is going to make it a first down and 11 now.
Lennon on the field for what, the last 5 or 6 plays?
Too many at this point.
Yeah.
So, they're going to shift it again. He fakes it. Looking for somewhere to go, and he's got a man up there. And great defense back there by Duran. Great defense by Duran. So that's going to bring up a second down and 12, I think is what I see there.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, man, Melrose is a better running team than our passing team. We've seen that tonight when everybody's already back and they've had time and they're waiting for you to throw the ball. It's a lot easier to break that play up rather than when you got a head of steam throwing down the field.
Well, you know, and it looked to me like Cardenita running the offense at the quarterback position threw a better ball than Odom does.
He did.
So we got a 2nd and 12 here, and they're going to come back in tight. They're going to do the same shift, move everybody to the right. The running back stays on the left of the quarterback. Comes to the close side, looking for somewhere to go with the ball. And Tatum's got some guys over there. He takes it himself. And Mullins with a great tackle there to minimize that gain of 3.
Yep, and you know, one difference in those two is the QB now is shorter. And he can't see as clearly downfield, so it's taking him longer to find somebody. And he's had more difficulty finding somebody, so the ball comes out later.
Absolutely, and Tatum's back end has done a good job getting in front of the receivers. In fact, that might be their problem, too. They've been in front of those receivers, and they get them over the top.
Yeah. But Cardenita able to see over the line of scrimmage, could get the ball out quick.
It's a fake, and they throw it to the far side, and they got a screen set up. He's got room. And he might take this one all the way. He cuts it back. And finally, able to take him down was Luke Field.
I'll tell you, that's a big play at a bad time.
Sure is.
And, man,
you
just
had
like
him
that.
backed up and
had him where you wanted him.
3rd and long.
And they've had a lot of success with the screen pass, more so than just throwing directly downfield, these guys have had.
Absolutely. It looks like their linemen get out quick for those blocks.
Yeah, and a good run for yards after the catch, too, on that particular one. And they're knocking on the door here, Patrick.
1st and 8, 1st and goal from the 8, and they run that shift again. Keep Cardenita on the left. They're going to hand it to him coming close side. He's got some room, cuts upfield. And good pursuit there by Tatum to prevent him from getting in the end zone because that hole opened wide open.
It did. And when he started the spinning, I was afraid he was going to break loose and get in there, but he did get close. But man, the momentum was favoring Tatum. You had him kind of where you wanted him, and that screen pass really turned out to be a dagger.
Sure did.
Because they went from, hey, we've got you right about now. We're going to get the ball back to now Melrose threatening to take the lead here as we go into the 4th quarter.
Well, Alan, what do you think?
I think it's been a good one. It's been back and forth. It's tight. It's probably going to come down to the wire, Patrick. And that one has to be particularly bothersome to Tatum because defense was answering. They had them. They were having difficulty moving the ball, and then that screen pass goes for huge yardage.
You know, but that was right after all of those penalties back and forth, and it might have killed the momentum for Tatum.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah, that was a weird series because we were up and back, up and back, up and back. And then when they tried those direct throws, coming out late, and you got like guys waiting for a fly ball, you know, baseball to get under there and make the defensive play. But a screen pass at the right time can be a good weapon for you because once the guy catches it, if you have a shifty guy with the ball, and they do, and he makes the right cut and gets past that first defender, he can take it a long way, and he did.
You know, with Tatum, they've done a great job getting to the ball, and really that screen pass is what you run against that.
It is, yeah. When you got a lot of heat coming your way,
Absolutely.
just let them run at you and throw it over them.
Yep. And you know, Tatum's done that to Melrose also
Yeah.
in this same game. So
And even in the professional ranks, man, the well-called screen pass in certain situations turn out to be a big play.
and it will absolutely. So we've got a second and goal from about the 3-yard line, and Melrose is going to come out in an I formation.
Final quarter of play here. So a lot of time for Tatum, even if you give up the touchdown here.
Absolutely. You know, really what you need to do is if you give up this touchdown, you just want to prevent them from getting the 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
They hand it right up the middle, and he gets in.
That's Cardenita.
And they want to go quick on this 2-point
They do.
conversion.
They want to get it set up.
They sure do.
Now.
I think they saw something they liked there on that play.
Yeah. They're probably going to run this thing. Yeah, they went right back to it.
Same play. And Tatum's able to gobble that one up, though, and he's not able to get in there. So that's going to make it 26-24.
Yeah, this one's going to be a thriller.
You know, I almost expected this one to be a 50 to.
I was kind of thinking that too. But both of these teams are strong on both sides of the ball, and it's kind of been an even battle when you look at it. Offensive plays have ruled at times in this game, and defensive plays have.
You know, and it has the feel. Whoever has the ball last may win this one.
That's what I was thinking. But I like it when it's tight like this because you're not having to worry about, oh, we've got to score twice. Each team's worrying about just scoring now and taking the lead.
Absolutely.
And that makes it more exciting, I think.
You know, that first drive that Tatum had in the second half, they did a really good job of having a long, drawn-out drive. That's what they need right here.
They do.
Is to just elongate this drive all the way down to the end.
Yeah, get some time off the clock, keep their offense off the field.
Absolutely.
Because we really still have all the fourth quarter left. 11:56 is what the scoreboard is showing. So you have a whole period left in this game.
And it looks like Melrose is going to go back to the original Eldridge kicking. He was able to put that ball down this time.
Yeah, and we're going to see if they do anything funny or kick it deep.
And he kicks it right up the middle, and nobody's there for Tatum. It bounces up and picked up. And Mendoza's got some room, and he just slips down, really.
Yeah, he lost his footing.
But really, for a long drive, that's about where you want to start.
That's not bad. You take it at the 35 if they just let you start there.
Every time, right?
Yeah. So they're okay here. And you know what I'd like to see, since it hardly ever happens, is this thing come down to a field goal. Say you're up 2, you're down 2. You got to kick a field goal to win this
Wouldn't
thing.
that be fun?
Squeak it through the upright, bounce it off the crossbar.
Tatum hands it off, coming to the close side. And Duran's got some room. And tackled right there by number 11. But Duran gets about 9 yards there.
Yeah, I think they may have given the first down. Looks
It
like
was
they're going
close.
to mark it past the mark. Oh, no, he's stepping back now.
And
They're still going to get it.
the ref's going to call it a first down.
Yep.
And he's the only one that matters. He's got the white hat on.
Yeah.
It
Well,
looked
he
to
was
me-
standing on the yard line there,
Right.
and then he backed up 3 yards, and then they gave him a first down anyway.
Tatum comes out, twins to the right, one to the left. They got filled in the backfield with Graham. They throw it quick to Duran. Duran makes a man miss. Doesn't get much there, but he was not tackled for a loss, which was real close to happening.
Yeah, I think they're getting 2 probably on that play. Should be, and they're going to show 1 on the scoreboard, 2nd and 9.
I'm going to call it 2 myself.
Looked like 2 to me. Nose of the football on the 45 of the Coyotes right now.
So they're going to send twins to the left and Kruger tight to the right. Look for that play to Kruger right here. Nope. Graham drops back and throws it into the dirt. Didn't like what he saw. And I don't blame him. There were 3 Melrose.
Yeah, you're
Buffalo's
better off
waiting.
not completing that one. It would have been for a loss.
It sure would have been.
That was a smart play. Just put it at his feet so you don't get a grounding call. And you get it close enough to him, but make sure he doesn't catch that one and nobody else does.
So that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 8. And we're going to send Mendoza out wide to the left. Durand on the close side with Kruger. We got Field in the backfield with Garner. Garner gets the ball. He pump fakes and then he throws it deep. And Durand turns around and catches it. What a great adjustment to go get that ball. Melrose really played that perfectly. They had a man over the top, and Durand.
It was a well-thrown ball by Garner. I thought he really underthrew that. He did it on purpose so Durand could come back and catch it in front of that defense.
And what a great adjustment by Durand there.
You know, they've called his number in the last couple 3 plays. They really want to get it in his hands.
You know, he's so shifty. He can make so many things happen. And coming in is Tyler Graham in the backfield. And we've got twins to the right, one to the left. Garner hands it up the middle. Not much going there, though.
That is crushed. Number 42 leading the charge for Melrose on that play. That's Logan Devaney.
So we'll just change it over to 2nd down, and we'll take a 2nd down and 10 here.
Near the 25.
Sure is.
And the thing about it is, in a game that's nip and tuck like this, you know, you'd like to have it, but you don't have. If you don't get it this time, just get the ball back. You don't have to do it all in one play.
Absolutely. And they do finally complete that slant to the top side, but it was a false start on Tatum.
Yeah.
So we'll back them up. And it'll make it a 2nd and 15. And Melrose has gone to Cardenita, really playing center field up here.
And if you're just getting onto the stream here on the internet, it's a 2-point game, everybody. It's 26-24 Melrose right now. Several lead changes in this ball game.
Garner throws it, and he's got Kruger across the middle. Takes it to the far side, and Kruger's going to take it to the house. Touchdown, Coyotes!
Beautiful.
What a play. Right on the money.
Yeah, it was a great play call, too. And that's not the first time tonight a Tatum receiver has been wide open. He was wide open.
Absolutely. So that's going to make it 30-26 in a very, very important 2-point conversion for Tatum here.
Yeah.
You know, we've tried Mullins up the middle a couple of times, and Melrose is waiting for him.
Yeah, but if you can get up 6 here, then you force them, if they score, to have to make the 2-point conversion.
Absolutely. This is an important one for Tatum.
You want that 6-point cushion if you can get it.
So we got twins to the left, Kruger tight to the right. Man in motion, that's Durand. He fakes it to him. He takes it himself around the far sideline, and he's going to walk in over there. Nobody touches Garner there.
Yeah, he just took it himself.
So an important 2-point conversion there for Tatum. That's going to make it 32-26. Your Coyotes on top.
Yeah, so now, you know, if you're Melrose and you get to the end zone, if you want the lead, you got to get that 2-point conversion. And Tatum has the security of knowing that if they gave up the score, stop the 2-point conversion, you don't fall behind. You'll
Absolutely,
be tied.
absolutely. Really important these 2-point conversions are.
Yeah, and that's the first one of the night for the Coyotes. It came out a good time.
Sure did.
9:46 left here. I want to thank the folks that allow us to do this by their sponsorships, and they are now Pharmacy, EJ's Pumping, LLC. The Lovington Pharmacy is Now's. I grew up right across the street from them. They've been at it for a long time.
Sure have.
And Norley Hospital District, Tatum Clinic, Legendary Services, the Tatum Schools. Big thanks to each and every one of them. Do business with those folks. And when you do, tell them thanks for helping us bring you coverage of Tatum Coyote sports. Not only football, we do girls volleyball. We'll pick up basketball when that starts.
So we've got just under 10 minutes remaining in this one. Tatum with the 32-26 lead and kicking this one away.
But it sure is better. You can play with a little more peace of mind when you're ahead in a game like this.
Absolutely.
Whether it's 2 points, whether it's 6, just having the lead is an important factor in this game.
Garner places it, and he kicks a squib across the ground. It's not able to be handled initially, but he does pick it up. Turns it upfield, and Tatum's there waiting for him, so Melrose will take over at the 35-yard line, 1st and 10.
Jackson Odom, number 24, on the return there. And, I bumped into a guy during the halftime break, and I'm not sure what the score is now, but Hobbs was down 3 to Las Cruces at half, so they got a close one going there. And Jao and Eunice, speaking of no love loss, and they're pounding heads tonight down in the southern part of the county.
Handoff up the middle for Melrose, and Tatum's there to stop at that time. That's Moorhead again. So a good stop on 1st down. They're going to give him 3. That ref on that side likes to give a good spot.
Well, and one thing we haven't mentioned here in a while, and normally you wouldn't schedule an opponent like Melrose at homecoming, but it is homecoming. And, you don't want to lose homecoming if you can help it in front of your home crowd, but you got a tough opponent for homecoming this time around.
Absolutely. Power I for Melrose. He fakes it, and he's looking for a man up top, and connected after about a 15-yard gain. So 1st down, Melrose.
Yeah, kind of a diving catch there on the sideline. Went down hard, sacrificed the body, and hauled that thing in.
Good catch there. And Tatum is only playing this as their homecoming game because Cloudcroft canceled them last week.
Right. And you told me something I didn't know. You can't adjust halftime and stuff on district games, so they have to have all the ceremonies after.
That's correct. Out in the power I again. They're going to toss it to the close side. And Tatum's back there. Good pursuit there, and they're going to give him about 3 on that one.
Yeah, big number 56 got there first but couldn't make the stop. 22 came in to clean it up for Tatum.
So that's going to make it a 2nd down and looks like 8 here.
That shows you how important it is when you think, okay, a guy's got that tackle. You still keep coming.
You have to. You have to. You never know. Tatum comes out in the power I again. They've got Cardenita right behind in the fullback position. They hand it to the running back in the backfield. He cuts upfield, and he's got some room. Tatum's able to bring him down, but not after a 1st down.
A good cutback by Jackson Odom right there.
Sure was. He is shifty, very shifty. So 1st down from the 37-yard line for Melrose.
And it doesn't seem like it, but they just quietly make big plays on you.
They do, and it comes at good times, really.
8 minutes left here in the game.
And he's going to drop back. He throws it to the far sideline, and he's got Cardenita coming out of the backfield, and good play out there. Who was that for, Tatum?
Flying through
That's
there.
Luke Field out there.
Field
is having a great game today.
Yeah, on both sides of football. That was a good play right there, and that's going to be a loss on that play.
Loss of a couple yards, yeah, absolutely.
Maybe 2. That looks like 2 to me. Let's call it 2nd and 12.
Power I again for Melrose. And they're going to hand it up the middle. That's Cardenita, and he's met in the backfield again. Good play over there by Tatum. That's going to be Kruger on that one.
Nice. That might make it 13 now that they're going to need.
All right, I'm going to call it 3rd and 13.
That's a great time to have 2 back-to-back plays for a loss for the Tatum defense. Right?
And really on what's really worked for Melrose, so the timing is perfect.
Yeah.
Getting later in the game, and you're starting to stop their best play.
Yeah, we're starting to approach the halfway mark, 6:57 and counting, 4th quarter.
A 3rd and 13, very important. And he's going to fake the handoff up the middle. He throws it, and it is through Garner's hands, but there's a lineman downfield every play, and you can't do that.
That's an illegal man downfield.
That is correct.
And right there, that ball could have gone either way. Almost intercepted by Garner, and after it went through his hands, it was almost caught by the receiver. But that was kind of a wounded duck coming out of there, too. Hung up in the breeze.
So So we've got a 4th down and 13, and an important one right here.
Yeah.
Tatum can get the stop here. They're going to come out with in a shotgun, and he drops back, looking for somewhere to go, and he goes up the middle, and it is thrown down. And no, they're going to say he hit the ground first. I thought he caught that one, but there is a flag on the play.
That was close, but it was incomplete. I'm wondering if they didn't have a hold trying to protect the quarterback.
It is a hold on Melrose, and Tatum would be happy to decline this one and take over on downs. First 10 Tatum. So a big stop and a big point in the game for Tatum.
It is. And again, you know, they've got a good athlete at quarterback, but he's not tall enough to see clearly downfield. He has to dance around more. And that gave the defense time to get there, put pressure on him.
Absolutely, and you know, you almost would think, why not
go back to Cordita, quarterback?
Absolutely, especially in a throwing situation.
Yeah.
So Tatum's going to come out with one wide left, one wide right. Kruger tight to the right, and Garner's going to hand it off up the middle, and really just met right at the line of scrimmage by Melrose.
Yeah, they haven't had a lot of luck running the ball right at the Buffaloes here, but I agree with the strategy here because you've got the lead, and you're up 32-26. You got a 6-point lead here. What you'd like to do is get first downs, march down the field, and take some of this 6 minutes and 15 seconds off the clock.
Absolutely.
And then score and put them away.
And they're going to move Duran in tight on the right. Right behind Kruger. And the snap is taken. He fakes it to him, and he throws it quick to Kruger. Kruger loses the ball, but he looks like he gets back on it.
Lost a few yards, too, but you'd rather have the football. That might have been a gain out close to the 35, 40-yard line, but more importantly, they maintained possession. Not going to get much in terms of gain on the play, though.
Absolutely. So we're going to call this a 3rd and 13, and Tatum's going to take a timeout. On a 3rd and 13, well, they're going to call it 3rd and 10. I think it's closer to 3rd and 13.
But they're going to, it's a good time to take a timeout here because really what you don't want to do is go 3 and out here and give them the ball right back because that leaves a lot of time on the clock for them. I think it's an important first down here needed for Tatum if you want to make it tough on Melrose. Keep this drive going. Even if it doesn't result in points, you're going to wind that clock down. And the more you can do that, if you can get a first down or two here, tougher it's going to be on Melrose mentally looking at how much time's left on the clock.
Absolutely. It's very important here to get some yardage back. You know, a first down here, and Tatum can really run this clock down.
Yeah, but you got a long way to go here. 3rd and 10 or more is what they're going to need. Ball at the 37. They need at least the 47 here to get the first.
They're going to run twins out to the right. No, trips to the right. Check that. And one to the left. So look for Melrose to pin their ears back and go straight at him. And they do. And they've got a slant to Duran.
You got to catch that.
And Duran in and out of the hands, and he was wide open.
That might have not only been a first down. It could have been much more than that.
You know, it was man on man from there.
Ball was a little behind him, but again, one that Duran would like to have another shot at.
Oh, and I guarantee if he had another shot, that one's coming down with him. So
Do you go for it here? I'd
No,
punt. You got to
no.
kick here, don't you?
Absolutely, and do that delayed punt like you have the whole time. Let your guys get downfield. And
you can't afford to let them have the ball here in case you
No.
don't make it.
That's right. Garner takes a snap. He's going to wait, and then kicks it.
Good kick.
Great kick. And it's going to bounce out about the 20-yard line. So
I'll tell you one thing. When he does that, that ball jumps off his foot, doesn't it?
Sure does. It sure does. And you know, by delaying it those extra seconds and coming out, it just gives his guys time to get downfield.
Yeah.
And that's
But
extremely
it doesn't
important.
look like he's swinging his leg all that hard. And when it makes contact, it springs
It
up into
does.
the air off of his foot.
You put it on the right spot of the foot, and that thing will fly off. So,
It's like launching it. I mean,
absolutely. Melrose going to come out with an I formation. They're going to hand it to the far side. That's Cardenita, and backside pressure gets to him. Great play there defensively by Tatum. And again, that's Tyler Graham coming from this right end position to run it down.
Coming through, and I think really when the fur was flying back in the first half, he was lucky not to be tossed out of this game.
I would agree with that. And really, Duran probably saved that.
Yeah, it's calming him down. He spent a lot of time going face to face with him there.
He sure did. He sure did. It's a good thing they're on the same team.
Yeah. And sometimes you need a friend, your buddy, to calm you down.
Absolutely. So they put the big fullback in the game, Devaney, and they're going to call a timeout.
Can't say I blame him. And Tatum did the right thing. It was a great kick by Garner to give him a long field. They got the ball at the 19, so they got a ways to go with 4:31 here. They are capable of the big play, but they mostly on screen passes or runs. They're not all that. It's not a big part of their game to hit a guy streaking down the sideline.
They won't. They're not going to.
Yeah, they don't do it.
And again, they're gonna do what they do, and they're gonna keep it short passes, the screen passes, and try to just beat you down.
Yeah, they've had a lot of yards after the catch.
Absolutely.
So we shall see, but time is definitely becoming a factor here with 4:31 left. And the lower that clock gets, if you can keep them pinned back on their end of the field, it's going to start looking longer and longer.
Oh, absolutely.
For Melrose.
So we've got a 2nd down and 12 here.
But you know what I haven't seen a lot of in the second half is the big-time misdirection that they were using in the first quarter, which appeared to be working pretty well for them.
You know, I would agree with that. And they're going to come out in, a formation that I'm not sure of yet. Okay, it's going to be just an I. They just wanted to get their guys in the right spots. So they take the snap. He tosses to the far side. There's a man out there for Tatum. And he's able to run him out of bounds for a loss. So another big play by Tatum's defense.
One thing I know about the kind of defense that the games I've called this year, they're really good at stringing plays out.
They are, and that they'll get you to run it to the sideline
Yeah.
and then take advantage of it.
I don't think I'd call a running play to the sideline against them in a big situation.
Absolutely not. So that's going to make it a 3rd and 16 here. Allen, if you're Tatum, you just want to prevent the big play here.
Yeah, and you want to pay attention, be alert, and cover your bases. Don't do anything silly here if you're Tatum to give them a big play.
Out of the shotgun, and he fakes it, and he gets
Ball's
it.
on the ground, isn't it?
No, he gave it to him going across, but he's going to lose more yardage there. He lose 2 more yards. He tricked me, too.
Yeah.
I thought he dropped the ball as well.
I did, too.
So that's going to make it a 4th and looks like 18, 17 here, 16.
Wow, I mean, Tatum has shut him down in the last 3 plays.
And this is the exact situation that you want Melrose in, and they've got a punt formation set up, but watch for a fake.
Yeah, because there's not a lot of time left now, 3:49.
And he does kick it, and Tatum's got somebody back here. Mishandles it the first time. Cuts upfield, good move there, and gets some help there. Great job by Mendoza after missing the ball.
I thought he was just going to fall on it, just make sure he had possession, but he got it into Melrose territory inside the 45, looks like.
You know, now's when you need just that meticulous, good drive. Just eat the clock here.
Yeah, just get yourself a couple of first downs.
This game's over.
And take your time doing it.
Absolutely.
You can shut them down.
The
Buffalo's here are going to be trying to force a turnover, I would think. Strip the ball, do whatever they can to disrupt Tatum and maybe get that thing loose somehow.
So Tatum comes out with twins to the left, Kruger tight to the right. Garner takes a snap. He throws it quick to Duran over there, and it's high. No reason to throw that one high.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, I don't see.
I wouldn't throw the ball across the field like this. If someone undercut that route and picked that off, there's nobody to stop.
That's right. You know, we don't see Mullins out here.
I know he's has not been a big part of the second half. I wonder if he's hurt.
Yeah, he's not out here at all.
He's not out here at all.
Snap, and then they throw it over the top to Kruger, and Kruger's not able to get that one. No.
So you got a couple of quick plays there, no gain, and without Mullins, I was going to say, why don't you just hand the ball off, but you don't have your best running back in the lineup.
Right. Well, and you know, I like going for the win and not preventing a loss.
Yeah.
Or preventing a tie. You know, I like being aggressive here.
Yeah.
But Mullins isn't out on the sideline either.
But you know what I would like to see was a first down run for about 4 yards, a second down run for about 4 yards, and then your 3rd and 2.
Twins to the right for Tatum. Snap taken by Garner. They come quick. He throws the quick pass to the, really a little screen pass out there.
Yeah.
But in and out of the hands of Mendoza.
3 passes, 3 incompletions, and just like that, you're at 4th down here, which leaves a lot of time on the clock. We've still got over 3 minutes now, and if you don't pick it up here, you gotta kick the ball away, unless you're going to go for it.
4th and 10 right here, and Tatum is set up to kick it away. Now Garner is the guy that you would want back there if you're going to fake it, though.
He could take it and run.
Snap taken, and he does kick it, and kicks it almost straight out of bounds, inside the 15, probably about the 13. And that's exactly where it'll be. 1st and 10 for Melrose from the 13-yard line, so you've gotten...
So you're kind of back in the same situation we were just in. The unfortunate thing for Tatum fans is you didn't take much time off the clock there.
That's right. But you are forcing them to go 86 yards.
Yeah, and you didn't turn the ball over and do something really silly. And their defense played well last time, had them down here like this.
And nobody's on the far side guarding number 42. And they still pitch
they're
the
not
ball.
going to get it to him. 42 is like,
he was wide open. There was nobody over there on him. But they hand the ball off. And
that was Logan Devaney, that big fullback, tight end. 6'3", 220. And nobody
I don't know how
on
you missed that.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a 2nd down and 12 now. And Melrose is spreading people out now for the first time that I can remember.
Yeah, we haven't seen this in a while. Probably going to get a timeout.
Tatum's going to take a timeout. They didn't like the way that came out. I'm surprised they didn't take a timeout on the play right before that.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be an interesting finish here. But one thing that Tatum has in its favor is field position on the last 2 Melrose possessions. And now the clock is kind of leaning toward the Coyotes, too. There's only 2:37 left in this game.
And you've held them to 26 in an 8-man football. That's a good defensive game.
Yeah.
With Melrose on the other side for sure.
Yeah.
We do know Melrose can score.
Yeah, and this has been a good one. Close, competitive.
A great game.
Been fiery at times. Second quarter was wild. A little more settled in the second half here, but and you know what they say, field position can be everything, and they've had them down here inside the 30 here for the last 2 possessions.
In most of the second half, they've backed them up and made them go a full field to get anything. Cardenita's back at quarterback. They're going to run twins to the right, 1 wide to the left, and 1 tight to the left. And like we talked about, Cardenita is back at quarterback. Puts a man in motion. He's reading him, and he takes the ball himself. And good defense there by, who was that over there? That's Tyler Graham again.
Man, we've called his name a lot in the last couple defensive series, Tyler Graham.
That's going to make it 3rd and 16, 15.
I'll tell you, that play took a while developing too, man. They were kind of dancing around back there.
You know, it was a read option like they do in the pros. Neither option was good.
Yeah.
Puts a man in motion going to the far side. That puts Trips out there. He backs up, he's looking to the close side. And he throws it deeper on the far side. And knocked away by Duran. Great defense there by Duran, and he almost intercepted that one.
And you know, now you're kind of getting to desperation time for Melrose. He just drop back and sling that one.
He sure did, and I don't even know that he looked over there before he threw it.
Yeah. Because now you got 4th down and you're deep, and now it is desperation time.
It is, and if you're Melrose, you go, why? What,
Yeah.
Why'd you
What
put
happened?
yourself here?
Right. I mean, why not throw to the sideline a couple times, run the ball, get some first downs?
What,
They had time on the clock.
throw a screen pass.
Yeah. That's been their biggest play all night long. The most
Absolutely.
successful play is the screen pass. But if you're Tatum, you've had them deep. Defense has really asserted itself and played well on the last 2 Melrose offensive possessions.
Absolutely, and does that Melrose has? Do they have all 3 still, or do they have 2?
Timeouts. I
Can you
think, or
remember?
do they have 1? Is that what the red dot is on the scoreboard?
Yes.
over there? I think I see 1 for them.
Okay.
Tatum has the lead, by the way, if you're just getting on board tonight, 32-26. It's been back and forth. It was 20-18 at the end of the half. Tatum came out and got a big turnover to start the game, got a big turnover in the 3rd quarter. And but it has been a close one, and maybe closer than even the 6-point score indicates.
And the players want it to get loud, and it is. So here we go, 4th and 15. Carter needs it back for Melrose at quarterback. He takes a snap. He's going to roll out a little bit to the right, keep it up the middle, then throw it across the middle, and it's picked off. And he may take this one to the house. He loses the ball, but it does go out of bounds, so it is Tatum ball inside the 5.
That ought to do it right there.
That should put the icing on the cake. Luke Field, just a insanely great game today.
Yeah.
So it's going to be 1st down and goal from about the 3-yard line.
And that's a big play, but, you know, it was desperation time for the Buffaloes. They're so far away from the goal line. What are you going to do? And it's 4th down. You got to do something. So you throw it up there for grabs and get it picked off, which I guess is better than getting sacked in the end zone.
Absolutely. And, you know, all you have to do here is keep the ball and run it up the middle. And if I'm coach, I give it to Garner and just let him run around with it for a minute.
Yeah, because you got a minute 44 left to get off the clock here.
Get your big boys up front moving forward. Garner takes it, and he does cut upfield. And he's close. It is a touchdown, Coyotes. He breaks the plane. So that should just do it right there.
Celebration begins on
It
homecoming.
sure does.
38-26
30.
right now.
38-26 with a 2-point conversion to go.
And if they get this, then the final winds up being something like
40 to 26. That's not an indication of this game.
That's just what I was going to say.
Yeah.
It doesn't tell you what a nail biter this really was.
Garner takes a snap. He throws it to the outside, and Mendoza wasn't quite ready for it. So 38-26, Tatum.
Now you just got to keep everything in front of you.
Absolutely. Let them have those screens. Just back up and let them block each other.
Yeah. But a good job by the Coyotes to take advantage of field position and keep them deep in their own territory through most of this 4th quarter here. And that was the difference maker right there.
Absolutely.
Defense stiffened once they got them down in that area on 2 consecutive possessions, and now trying to make it 3.
In 8-man football, you get worried about punting balls away. I mean, you almost expect the other team to come down and score.
Yeah.
But Tatum's defense has played fantastic.
They have.
This is the best defensive performance. Of course, I got to watch him play Fort Sumner.
Right.
And this has been a fantastic defensive performance by Tatum.
Yeah, and they closed up the middle because Melrose was finding some success up the middle, which they did not find in the 4th quarter here.
They did not. Tatum really came out and ran some blitzes up the middle to prevent anything from happening. Pinned their ears back and went.
And they gave up some big plays on those screen passes, but we didn't see them try that here in the latter part of the game either.
You know, and that shocked me. To me, that was their best play all night. All night, that screenplay was important for Melrose.
It was. Their biggest plays of the night were yards after the catch on that little screen pass.
Absolutely, and we've got something going on here, and we'll figure out what's going on. The ref called a stop to it, and Coach Slover, Superintendent Slover, going to go take care of it.
So is it extracurricular?
You know,
Is it something off the field over there?
I believe it is. I believe it's off. I think they are going to kick somebody out over there.
He's got a long walk to go over there and solve the problem.
He sure does. And the Tatum Coyotes cheers have started.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to play Melrose for homecoming, but if you're going to, this is what you want it to be.
Yeah,
like.
you want to win it. And that makes a homecoming win pretty sweet for Tatum. I mean, you'd be expected to beat Cloudcroft here if they had been able to play that game.
Absolutely.
Here tonight, homecoming definitely in doubt until this game reaches the end. And the Coyotes have played hard here in the second half, and they're going to take that victory.
You know, they have, and I'll tell you what just really not surprises me, but without Mullins, even on the sideline,
Right.
Yeah,
he has not been around, and it makes you wonder and hope, of course, that he's not injured or something.
absolutely. He
To
did take that big shot in the first, in the second half.
He did.
But
When they came in, it was a perfectly legal hit.
absolutely.
But he took a pretty good lick down low and was favoring a leg. And so maybe they just decided, okay, let's not risk it, and let's get him in there and get him some treatment and have him for the next outing.
You do. You have the lead, and you've got enough firepower if you're Tatum. So why not? Why not keep him out and let some other guys step up and take it?
Yeah,
and they've done that.
But there has to be some reason why he wasn't available for the second half, so it does make you wonder.
Absolutely, and the crowd is getting loud as one individual is asked to.
Wonder what you could do from over there that the official's going to notice and throw you out for. Throw something on the field, maybe?
You know, there's no telling. It's out past the end zone, but they are leaving.
If that vehicle has to leave. Were there headlights on? Was it because of that?
No, they were standing up against the rail, so I'm not real sure what was happening.
Well, they did something to get themselves tossed.
They sure did. They'll go along with all the players that have been tossed tonight.
Yeah.
And I'm still not sure from Tatum who got tossed out.
One from each side did, though.
Number 30 for Loomis for Melrose is the player that was tossed over there.
Yeah, and he tried to get back in the game.
He sure did. Sneaking back in, right?
Yeah.
You got to change your number if you're going to do that.
Yeah, the ref busted him on it, though. You got to hand it to him for that.
So Garner kicks it along the ground far side. Finally picked up by Melrose and steps straight out of bounds. So Melrose will take over 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line.
And for Tatum fans, thankfully, it's a two-score thing. You know, even if you gave up a huge play here, it's not going to be enough.
It's not. Now you just keep everything in front of you, and Tatum's defense is backing up quite a bit. They're going to go back to their two-man front, which they haven't run all game today. And Cardenite is the quarterback. He takes the snap. No, it's not. But there's a pass across the middle and caught by Melrose, and the ball is stripped out. And they're going to say he was down, but that one was close.
Wow.
Royball throws that one to Geary.
Yeah, we haven't seen Josiah Royball in a while at quarterback, and that was the first play really downfield, a direct throw to a streaking receiver.
Absolutely.
That they've had all game.
So 1st and 10 from Coyotes territory, the 42-yard line. And the snap hits the ground. Able to handle it was Royball. He turns it, he throws it across the middle. And it is knocked away. So that'll bring up a 2nd down for Melrose.
And of course, you know what they're thinking. 2-3 plays, score, onside kick. Never say die.
That's right. Well, and if you're Melrose, this is a pride right here. You don't want to go leave like this.
And there's still a minute 21, so you don't want to give up a huge play here.
And they run the screen to the far side, but it's incomplete.
Yep, thrown a little behind the intended receiver, number 24 out there, Jackson Odom.
Who has great moves when he gets the ball in his
Yes,
hands.
he does. But those kind of play calls don't take a lot of time off the clock. They still have 1:18 left to work with.
Now they have Cardenas wide to the right as the receiver. They roll that way and throw to him. And he does catch it, but he's going to be short of the first down.
Good effort diving back to get that one.
Sure was. So I believe this is going to be a 4th down and right at 1.
Yep, it is 4th down. And you still got to be careful here. If you Tatum, you give up a touchdown pass right here, they'll have time for an onside kick.
Absolutely, snap back. And he's going to throw it. He's looking for somebody, and he can't find anybody. He throws it across the middle, and it is caught. Great catch, but a better tackle there.
Yeah, drilled. Good catch by number 21 out there who hauled that one in. He paid the price. That was Brandon Garcia who caught it.
Absolutely. So 1st and 10 from right outside the red zone. And Roybal takes the snap. He's looking for somebody. Moving around, moving around, moving around. And Tatum brings late pressure, and he throws it, and it should have been picked off by Mendoza. Hits him in the hands.
Very nearly picked.
His eyes probably got too big to see that one.
Yeah.
It was coming right to him.
And the interception, how many Tatum get tonight? 3?
3.
Very nearly 4th interception of the game right there.
Absolutely. So Roybal back by himself, and Cardenita out wide to the right. He's gonna fake it to him.
He's going to go down if he doesn't watch it.
And they run a little lateral there and tries to bring it back across this way, and he's tackled right there. Great play by Tatum's defense again, not getting caught.
Now the clock's running, Patrick, 35 and counting.
And that was a huge loss. Loss of about 7 yards.
Yeah. And now time, a huge factor. 25 seconds left.
Snap taken. Roybal looking for something. Nobody there, nobody there. He throws it to the far sideline. That one's up for grabs, and Tatum just knocks it away. Doesn't make contact with the receiver at all and just knocks it away.
Stops the clock with 16 seconds left.
So 4th down and 17 to go. And they're going to pull Cardenita out of the game for this 4th down play. Snap back, looking for somewhere to go. And he's going to keep it himself. Then he throws at the last minute towards the end zone, and nobody out there. That'll do this game, Allen.
Just about going to do it. Stops the clock with 8.
8 seconds left, and Tatum takes over.
They'll just take a knee here. Victory formation, right?
Absolutely.
So homecoming will have a happy ending here tonight.
It sure does. So Tatum does line up for their victory formation, and Garner should be able to just take this one, take a knee, and finish it out. And he does.
And that's it.
And that's going to do it again. A huge thank you to our sponsors.
38-26, the final, and as we both have said, not really indicative of how close this ball game was, but Tatum's defense came through big 4th quarter here and was able to shut down a pretty good Melrose offense to give them the victory on homecoming here. This coverage brought to you on HobbsAmerica.com, Tatum Sports YouTube channel by the Tatum School, Legendary Services, Norley Hospital District, the Tatum Clinic, EJ's Pumping, LLC, and Now Pharmacy. Big thanks to them, and I love the show of sportsmanship since they've started doing this, where the teams meet at midfield and go and shake everybody's hand. And, you know, the fur was flying there for a time or two, but when it's all said and done, even though these two teams are not fond of each other, they respect each other.
Absolutely, and, you know, both teams really fought hard tonight, and Tatum just came out on the right end and just had the right plays at the right time. And
they did.
And took advantage of some mistakes by Melrose that I don't think Melrose makes very often.
No, and, you know, penalties there kind of midway through the second half being called on both sides kind of drained some of the energy out of the ball game. And then in the second period, distractions of extracurricular activities going on. So we had a little bit of everything here tonight, but all said and done, Tatum got more turnovers and controlled the field position late in the game. Those two factors, I think, the turnovers and the field position favored Tatum. They took advantage of it and took it to the house for the victory.
being down 2 at halftime, you always wonder what adjustments are going to be made, and are they the right adjustments?
Yeah.
And Tatum did. They controlled the inside of that line from Melrose, and really did a great job of stopping that misdirection and really the power eye, just straight up the middle plays.
Yeah, and Tatum, I think, only had one turnover in the game tonight, that interception.
That's right. And 4 for Melrose.
Yeah.
You had the 3 interceptions and the fumble on the first drive of the game.
Yeah. So, yeah, and, if you just get down to basics, generally the battle of the turnovers, even between two equally matched teams, will be the story that makes the decision on who's going to win the thing. But the defense, when they had to, did a great job of not letting them out of the deep end of the field, and kept them restricted. Kept Melrose looking at a long field for all of the fourth quarter when it's coming down to it, and each drive is crucial. They did a great job keeping them pinned down inside the 30, 20-yard line. And so they had a long field to work with all night long. And then desperation time, some of those interceptions, a couple of them were they were slinging the ball, just trying to make something out of nothing.
Absolutely.
But you want to cash in on those when you have a chance to get an interception and get a turnover. Tatum took advantage of it.
They did. Every mistake that Melrose made, Tatum took advantage of. They really did. And then agreed, the punting inside the 20 for Tatum, that you can't replace that.
Yeah.
It's a huge play in football.
Yeah, and Tatum's got a lot of weapons. They distributed the ball well, and one player in particular, and his name is escaping me, started with an L.
Luke Field.
Yeah, Fields. He had some great runs. He had contributed a lot in some big moments tonight, and we don't talk about him a lot. We talk about your Garners and your Durans and your Krugers and your Mullins.
Right.
And tonight, one of the players that would be up there for player of the game is Fields.
I would give it to him. I would. He played fantastic. Got the interception, but really just a great game by him.
It was, and Abe Duran played a great game too. Offensively, he had some big plays, and Garner kept his head. He's a good team leader, solid kid. Doesn't hurt you too much, and doesn't make too many mistakes. And so it was a good effort. Plus, interior line on the defense played well in the second half to help Tatum get this victory.
Absolutely.
Now, what happens from here? I didn't get a chance to look at the schedule.
I've got it right here. So I've got both teams. So that'll move Tatum to 6-1 on the year.
Yeah.
And Melrose will go to 5-1. And really, in the rankings, that's a huge deal. That home field advantage.
You're not kidding.
It's big. So Melrose will go take on Dove Creek, Colorado, and then they'll be at Logan. And
that Logan game's a district game, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
it sure is.
Okay.
And I believe Tatum has Logan next week
I think they do, yeah.
at Logan.
At Logan. Oh, yeah, we get to go to Ute Lake.
Yeah, that's right.
It used to be a great watering hole there called the Whiskey the Road to Ruin. It was on Main Street in Logan. And you go in there, and it had the old-fashioned leather net pockets on the pool tables, and there was a moose head on the wall. But on the front, on the glass, it was painted very nicely. Whiskey the Road to Ruin was the name of that watering hole in Logan. It's been a long time. I was in college at Portales when I was up there. We'd go water skiing up there. Ute Lake is a very nice place to go. And it'd be interesting because I don't think I've been there to do a game with the Logan Longhorns. So we'll see what they bring to the table and how big of a challenge they pose for the Tatum Coyotes.
Tatum is really clicking right now at the right time of year, getting towards the end of this, and this win, I don't think I can state it enough how big it is for Tatum.
It is, and not only physically because you beat them, but mentally it gives you a lot of confidence going from this point on to beat a good Melrose team.
Absolutely. So we'll wrap it up, and Alan, it was a pleasure doing this one with you.
Pleasure was mine, man, and of course we are both of us happy when Tatum wins the ball game, and they took it tonight.
Absolutely.
Congrats to the Coyotes coaching staff, all their fans. It's homecoming, and no better way to wind up things on homecoming than to get the victory, and they did tonight against a strong rival and a good team, and Tatum comes out on top.
We appreciate you listening to us, Noalmark Digital Solutions. I'm Patrick Alexander, Alan Scott with me. We will see you next week.